Robin and her kids were not part of the clique, and for a long time, actually, Mykelti was not either. And that's the reason why Mykelti was so close to Robin. They were kind of like the outsiders banding together and bonding. So Mykelti also said that Janelle had texted her asking her not to react to the fight between her and Cody that aired in episode 3. So that's what she did. She respected that and even said that she shouldn't have even seen it. Her face just said it all. She was shocked. Overall, I feel like Mykelti's Patreon does offer a lot of great behind-the-scenes info. Mykelti looks amazing, by the way. The best she's ever looked after 3 kids. And it's also making me really like Tony. So there's that. Alright guys, don't miss my recaps of Sister Wives Season 18, all episodes. And I will be back with more updates because, I can't keep up lately. There's so much going on. Alright guys, have a great night. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives updates. Bye!
He now keeps saying Christine and I asked to be in the family, and Robin was invited. Somehow because Christine and I asked, we deserve less, we should be happy with what we got.
In the teaser for Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 4, Cody goes back in time and says that the wives agreed to something called sacred loneliness. And basically, Janelle and Christine should have been happy with what they got. Oh my. The Christine and Janelle smear campaign is going full force for Cody. He's saying that when you're a plural wife in a plural marriage, you get less time and less emotional needs met, and that's sacred, so it's fine. Just because you put the word sacred before the word loneliness, that doesn't make it okay. Hello? Christina's just laughing her head off at this point. She's been laughing a lot this season, more than any other season. She's so over it and does not remember that actually being a real thing that was discussed at the time. And Robin says, oh, Robin and her kids were not part of the clique, and for a long time, actually, Mykelti was not either. And that's the reason why Mykelti was so close to Robin. They were kind of like the outsiders banding together and bonding. So Mykelti also said that Janelle had texted her asking her not to react to the fight between her and Cody that aired in episode 3. So that's what she did. She respected that and even said that she shouldn't have even seen it. Her face just said it all. She was shocked. Overall, I feel like Mykelti's Patreon does offer a lot of great behind-the-scenes info. Mykelti looks amazing, by the way. The best she's ever looked after 3 kids. And it's also making me really like Tony. So there's that. Alright guys, don't miss my recaps of Sister Wives Season 18, all episodes. And I will be back with more updates because, I can't keep up lately. There's so much going on. Alright guys, have a great night. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives updates. Bye!
He now keeps saying Christine and I asked to be in the family, and Robin was invited. Somehow because Christine and I asked, we deserve less, we should be happy with what we got.
In the teaser for Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 4, Cody goes back in time and says that the wives agreed to something called sacred loneliness. And basically, Janelle and Christine should have been happy with what they got. Oh my. The Christine and Janelle smear campaign is going full force for Cody. He's saying that when you're a plural wife in a plural marriage, you get less time and less emotional needs met, and that's sacred, so it's fine. Just because you put the word sacred before the word loneliness, that doesn't make it okay. Hello? Christina's just laughing her head off at this point. She's been laughing a lot this season, more than any other season. She's so over it and does not remember that actually being a real thing that was discussed at the time. And Robin says, Oh, he's not. I feel like that's probably not true. Janelle's name is not on the house, right? Like, unless I'm wrong. Cody has $1 million house that he owns, and I'm pretty sure Janelle is not on that. So how do they have the same assets? Make it make sense. Cody talks about how in Vegas, things were great between him and Janelle. Janelle says yes, but that doesn't change what happened recently. And Cody says that they had a renaissance in Vegas, a renaissance to their relationship. Maybe they should have stayed in Vegas then, just a thought. I mean, how did Flagstaff help them at all, in any way? I don't know. Mary's at her B&B in this episode. A guest had made a pillow with a picture of Mary and her mom on it, which is cute. Jen, Mary's best friend, is there, and she appears on a lot of the episode. Mary talks to her about her plans to move her clothing business to the B&B, but she's scared to tell Robin because she thinks basically Robin's the only one that's actually going to care. I think this is probably what leads to Robin's breakdown that we saw in the teaser way back. So Mary's still holding on hope with Cody, we learn, and that's really the only thing that's keeping her in Flagstaff. But I think she's gonna realize, there is no hope, so she's just gonna hopefully just do her thing. Jen's happy about it, Mary's happy about it. The carriage house is where the clothes are going to, the clothing business clothes. They're both wearing super ripped up jeans. Apparently that was in 2022. Maybe I blocked all the 2020s out of my mind. I don't know. But Mary's just overwhelmed with all of it. But I'm happy that she's moving away from whatever mess is in Flagstaff. I mean, Cody no longer deserves her energy, in my opinion. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode and my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 6. Stay tuned for more updates and news from moi. Bye guys!
He's been telling me for years that he wasn't attracted to Christine. They were struggling in their marriage. I would have left his ass the first time he said that to me.
Let's talk about the teasers for Sister Wives, what Janelle means by local-ish. I mean, ish, but still far away. The article said, all signs point to the fact that Hunter may have, in fact, moved back to Las Vegas. In a recent Instagram post from his brother Logan's wedding, it was noted in the comments by his girlfriend's sister that they were the hottest new couple in Vegas. A quick search also shows that Hunter is working as a nurse within the Valley healthcare system. Go figure. But he's in good company in Vegas though, because Logan and his wife Michelle are there as well. So he has family there. Logan and Michelle are newly married. They have a new house, but otherwise they kind of want a quiet life and their Instagram accounts are private. So, alright. Let's go to Maddie, Janelle, and Cody's oldest daughter. So we all know that Maddie still sells Plexus, just like her mom, Janelle. Maddie celebrated Limb Differences Month this month by sharing that her daughter, Evie, will be getting a new prosthetic soon. So seems like as she grows, she needs new prosthetics. She also shared that thankfully Caleb's insurance covers the cost of the prosthetic because people had questions about cost apparently, and that they had no genetic cause to Evie's limb difference. And so for her to have kids that have the same condition, it would be like winning the lottery. The odds would be very, very slim. I think it's great that Maddie is sharing her journey with all of us. Speaking of Evie, in a post, Maddie referred to her as Evie Love, which made friends freak out and question if she changed her middle name because it used to be Evie Cody, if you remember. I used to think Maddie was actually Cody's favorite back in the day. It just kind of seemed that way. So if there's a rift between Maddie and Cody, that would be really weird and also really sad. Now let's go to Gwendolyn, Christine's daughter. Lately, she actually went to Cabo in Mexico on a vacation with her fiance Beatrice, and People magazine published an article about her most savage or controversial quotes from her reviewing season 17 of Sister Wives on her YouTube channel. because she is doing that. It's felt different. She says that, she's going to start fresh with Cody after the separation. She wants it to feel more like a couple. And we all know watching this that Cody treating Janelle like a real husband should ever again is a pipe dream at best. So now I'm thinking, yeah, probably not going to work. Cody denies that he's been at Robin's more before COVID. He says that he had a schedule and everything was intact. The next part of the conversation is actually really irritating to watch because it kind of seems like they're trying to make Christine seem like she did get great treatment from Cody and that she's crazy for thinking she didn't. Mary says that she recalls one time when Christine got tons of presents for Christmas from Cody, but he had gotten Mary anything. How rude is that? Why share this story though? Like, why are they making it seem like Christine didn't have a good reason to leave? Mary says that she has a secret. She says before Robin was in the picture, her relationship with Cody was a roller coaster, and he kept telling her, "I'm with you all the time. I see you more than all the other wives." So she kept track of when he was with her, and it was less than 1/3, so she was even more upset. And Robin says, "Oh, you know what? I have that same secret," but she only tracked how often Cody was with her for a 1-month period that everyone admits he was at Christine's more. Pretty selective time period to track, very convenient for this whole narrative, I'd say. What about the other times? What about the other times? Cody says that comparison is the death of joy. Then there's a long-winded clip showing Robin and Cody tried to explain that in Vegas, he was actually in an office at Robin's house or in her garage, which means he wasn't really at Robin's house all the time. Makes no sense. Robin even says, "My kids struggled like crazy," saying Cody wasn't around. Christine says that he'd come to her ex. So the million-dollar question is, why are they paying it down now after all these years and now that Cody and Janelle are separated? Are they going to build on those 2 plots of land they paid off? I honestly thought that they were going to just sell it off. It would have made perfect sense to sell and give Janelle money so she can have money for a down payment for another house or something like that. I guess we'll have to wait. But could it be that Janelle still intends on building there with her greenhouse dream and living next to Robin? I mean, she does love Coyote Pass for some reason because it just seems like an interesting choice. Why would you want to do that? Can you imagine willingly moving next to your ex and his wife that you don't really like? It's awkward. It's really awkward. But Janelle's doesn't let things get awkward that much. Or another controversial option, did Janelle take Cody back? Like, why else would she be moving forward or paying off her plot of Coyote Pass? Make it make sense for me. Whatever it is, and especially if they're building, this has the potential to be a major storyline on the show for Sister Wives season 18 or the next one even. We're talking like a lot of episodes arguing about building and stuff. Like, remember when they were talking about wet bars and all that when they were building out the cul-de-sac in Vegas? That was a major storyline for a long time. So at the very least, it would give them something interesting to talk about or argue about for like another long time. More lawn chair conversations, but I'm trying to visualize where Sister Wives is like going moving forward. It's very unpredictable. I mean, would you be shocked if Janelle took Cody back? Or like, what is happening? What is your take? It's a mystery. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives updates. Bye! This is a Sister Wives update for June 2023. Let's check in with Mary, Christine, and have, a wide ranging of opinions about things. I mean, in such a big family, there's bound to be very different views on everything and different lifestyles, and the Browns are no different. They also have tons of family drama, like most families, let's not lie. But most of them actually do well for themselves and are succeeding in life. Alright, so don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Bye, guys! This Sister Wives update is a deep dive about Robyn and Janelle's feud, their shady moments towards each other. I mean, we've all seen those moments. Although things seem much worse between them last season, they've always had a tense relationship full of subtle shade, almost like frenemies. Let's start from the beginning. In the first few seasons, Janelle seemed pretty icy about Robyn. She was most worried about the fact that Robyn didn't work and that now their finances had to go even further to support her and her 3 kids. That was a whole episode they did on finances, and that was a very Janelle thing to worry about. Let's also not forget that they had struggled pretty bad with finances in the past. Mykelti even said that when she was little, they would basically eat food scraps in Wyoming, or bread scraps or whatever. But overall, we saw Janelle kind of try with Robyn in the early years. She seemed to just kind of like go with it, but wasn't like super eager to be BFFs or anything. In a season 2, episode 2 episode, when they're in Wyoming at Cody's parents' ranch, hiding from the paparazzi, there was a shady moment already. The kids were at this big rock exploring. It's a huge rock. They're all climbing on it. Robyn's yelling at her kids, "Get down! Sit down!" And Janelle says she was trying not to laugh at Robyn. She clearly was judging her, and Robyn says she's tired of being the referee and that the other wives don't care unless the kids are bleeding. So clearly just different approaches and some shade thrown. When Robyn announced that she was pregnant, this would have been with Solomon in Vegas. Much as well, she opened up about bullying in her family. Tony said that in Vegas, he had witnessed Mykelti being excluded a lot. Apparently, her 2 biggest adversaries in the family when she was younger were Leon and Madison, but later in life, they talked about everything and now have a great relationship. But honestly, poor Mykelti. So Tony says he doesn't find it far-fetched that Robyn's kids would have been bullied and that they're quote-unquote soft compared to the OG3 kids. She also called out Mary in the tell-all. In the part where Mary kind of insinuated that she didn't cheat during the catfish era, and Mykelti said to the screen, "You did though." She definitely considered that cheating in Mykelti's mind. So speaking of Mary, she just came back from Michigan where she spent Thanksgiving with her friend Blair and his family and friends. And Blair did say in her comments, "See you in a few weeks." So moral of the story, Mary's friends are being there for her and are a strong support system during the holidays this year. Jen, her best friend, is also very there at all times. I saw in a live they did at the bed and breakfast. They were there with a bunch of other ladies with Worthy Up sweatshirts. Not sure if this was another retreat, but Mary promises that there is more where that came from in the whole Worthy Up thing she's doing. I would not be surprised if in 2024 Mary has a book coming out and she tries to be some type of motivational speaker or influencer. Let's just see where this is all going with the Worthy Up. And Mary dyed her hair red. I was going to dye my own hair red, and now I kind of feel like I would be copying Mary or something, but I digress. And sometimes when we change our hair, we also are making big changes. I feel a bit bad for Mary because she doesn't have many connections in the family anymore, and I'm not sure she even has that much contact with Leon. I don't see them together that often. she's kind of on her own island, guys. Like, what do you guys think about that? Janelle, let's go to Janelle now. So Janelle is in her element this holiday season, watching staying. So what are my alternative options? So innocently enough, but cue the comments saying, you left Tony with all 3 babies? You left your babies? Anyways, mommy shaming is so alive and well on Instagram, and I kind of hate it, I have to say. Like, let her live, people. And Christine and Janelle were also cover girls this month for none other than People magazine. I mean, that's a big deal. The only wives on the cover, so just pointing that out. Can you imagine what Mary and Robin thought, like going in the grocery store, seeing them on the cover? It just looks to me like People magazine has taken a stand and clearly has designated Christine and Janelle as the stars of the show. Key moments from the video interview for me were that Janelle ended up saying she's open to polygamy again, and that apparently there were multiple times where Janelle had separated from Cody for a moment. So she said 3 times. I only knew about 1. What information had they been withholding from the fans? I knew about the time she had stayed back and didn't move with them to Lehi, Utah, and that was it. Like, unless I missed something. They also did a Zoom interview with Cody where Cody says he is done with polygamy for many reasons. And he did sort of express regret a little bit. And surprise, surprise, Cody is expressing regret. Yes, regret. So he says that he thinks about moments where maybe if he said something different, it could have changed things. I think that's accurate. In my opinion, Cody took every opportunity to just say the wrong thing, you know? So there's that. And Gwendolyn, Christine's daughter, didn't join the European trip, but she actually did go to Europe this month. She just went on her honeymoon and she went in Italy. So they went to the Vatican and saw all the sights there. The Browns are having all sorts of European vacations, by the way. Garrison was just in Italy too, believe it or not. Why do I feel like everyone's going to Europe this summer? But I digress. Janelle, meanwhile, is doing Janelle things and prepping. Still busy raising 3 very small kids in Utah. She has twin boys that are babies and a toddler, so she's understandably very busy this month and every month. But she has Christine close by to help her, and she's still super close with Aspen, her older sister, who lives nearby. Mykelti and Tony have a Patreon channel where they review episodes from season 17 and interviews. They interview some of their siblings, which is interesting. So she's taking a similar route to Gwendolyn, kind of more public, and she appears on the show a bit more too. So Savannah Brown, Janelle's daughter, youngest daughter, just went to New York City, and she had posted these pictures and said, the views from the Empire State Building couldn't be NYC-er, nicer. Love the play on words. Nice caption, Savannah. So Savannah is such a pretty girl, and she's grown up so much, it's crazy. And I love how she has a voice. She's the one who basically told Janelle, like, no more RV, which, good for her. And now let's go to Peyton Brown, a somewhat controversial figure in the Brown family. So Christine's son, who never shies away from saying things publicly, went on TikTok live this month to divulge some interesting information. He basically said that he thinks his mom is rushing into things with David, her new beau, and that he told her just that. So at least he did tell her that too. He also says he doesn't think he's going to be close with David because they're both kind of standoffish. I know a lot of fans don't agree with this. I see it in my comments that Christine deserves love and that sometimes love happens fast, etc. But Peyton's statement made me think about what the other kids think in the family, or does anyone in the family agree with Peyton? Like, is it a bit rushed? So, you know, love bombing is a real thing, guys. Anyways, I wonder if Janelle thinks it's rushed. This is clearly a polarizing subject in the Sister Wives world right now, but as long as Christine is happy, I mean, that's all that really matters, right? And I hear Truly likes him, so all good. Peyton currently lives around 30 minutes away from Christine, so he is nearby too. So overall, some of the kids are more public than others, and they also seem to have... There are 3 new Sister Wives teasers for Season 18, Episode 3. The episode will include Janelle and Cody's big fight, the one where she yells, F you. We also have the description for Episode 4, so watch until the very end of this video. The first teaser is from Us Weekly, and it shows Dear Cody bonding with his male friends. Robin says, girls need girl time and boys need boy time. And apparently the wives referred to Cody hanging out with his other guy friends as Testosterone Tuesday. Cody does not hold back when he's with his friends. We know this, so here we go. Cody immediately goes on like this big tangent about how if you have a wife and you're not enjoying her, you can just run to another wife and it dilutes their personality. And polygamy is like this opportunity to get away from a wife, because basically to escape for a while. Oh, what was that? And same for the woman, he says. She gets a break from the man when maybe she gets annoyed by him or whatever. So let me get this straight. Instead of facing issues in your relationship, you just run to another wife if you're polygamist, right? Wow, that sounds like a great way to ruin a relationship. Mary says that comment actually made her want to vomit. She says he should try to figure it out instead of using wives as an escape. Facts. Cody tells his friends he may feel jealous if another man enters Christine's life, but then in his confessional, he contradicts himself and says he's not going to be bothered because what can he do? I actually believe the first thing, what he was saying to his friends. He probably does not love David, but that's what I think. I mean, it's a natural thing. Your ex isn't gonna, it's a whole thing, right? So his friend asks him a $1 million question here, I thought, which was good. He says, what would you have done differently to save the Christine relationship? And Cody says that he thinks that at one point, Christine just really hated polygamy and he acted, and at the moment, she was married to Cody Brown for nearly 26 years. And, let us know she was in a relationship a hot second ago in February, and now she's engaged, literally getting married any moment. I can only imagine what Peyton, her son, thought of all this. He publicly said that he thinks they're moving fast, and that apparently other people in the family think so too. There's concern. Anyways, everyone's happy for Christine, with some people just slightly concerned about how fast they're going and stuff. But from what I see in my comments, everyone's very supportive of what's going on, even though it is really fast. It's going to be good TV, right? Very good. Season 18, here we come, right? Alright, thanks so much for listening the whole way through, guys. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Bye! This is an update on the oldest kids from Sister Wives, a Where Are They Now update for April 2023. Let's catch up with Hunter, Maddie, Gwendolyn, Mykelti, Peyton, Savannah, and even Leo. Let's start with Hunter, Janelle and Cody's second oldest son, a fan favorite for sure. Hunter recently brought his girlfriend to dinner with his family. Her name is Audrey, and she's becoming more and more of a fixture at family events. According to People magazine, Hunter first shared a photo with Audrey on Instagram in November 2021. He teased their relationship, calling the photo a pretty girl appreciation post. So they've been a couple probably for roughly 2 years. Hunter is also local-ish, according to Janelle, and so he's able to join his mom and even Christine a lot more recently. He's officially adulting, guys, and you know what? Hunter always spoke his mind and famously called Mary and Robin lazy on a camping trip in season 3. Do you guys remember? He was the one in the family who arguably adjusted the worst to Vegas. But regardless, he still succeeded in life. Hunter graduated with a master's in nursing from Johns Hopkins University, and it's ironic that Hunter hated Vegas because, according to an article by Screen Rant, they seem to think that Hunter moved back to Vegas and works as a nurse there. That may be, if you know that reference, you know. She also is expanding her deck and is remodeling her backyard to make it super fun for the grandkids, and kind of gave like a tour and explained all of her plans on Instagram. I think she said she's going to add a trampoline somewhere and all this stuff. Truly in the video says that she now has a clear path to sneak out at night with the porch or something, anyways. But that didn't faze Christine at all. She just like continued on with her tour, and I was like, wait, what did Truly say? But it all looks amazing, and we're happy for Christine and her new amazing house. And did I mention that Christine travels like a lot these days? I feel like she's on a trip all the time. She also went on a mother-daughter trip with Truly to California. They went to Madame Tussauds in San Francisco, and also to this place, which apparently was on Christine's bucket list, but I've never heard of it. She said, "Crossed an item off my bucket list today, visited the Winchester Mystery Mansion, and it was incredible. I highly recommend both tours." So if you've been there or heard about this place, I mean, please let me know in the comments like what it's all about. Is it haunted? Is it just kind of an interesting place? What is the history? It's nice to see Christine make time for just her and Truly. I feel that's probably needed, especially given how much change Truly's gone through recently. Like, a lot has happened in Truly's life. So next, Isabel and Mykelti, Christine's daughters, just celebrated their birthdays, and so they all kind of got together to celebrate. And by all, I mean like everyone except for Peyton. So Christine's only son. Where are you, Peyton? I haven't seen Peyton in Christine's pictures in a long time, and so I went to look for Peyton where else, TikTok, his favorite thing, and I was surprised to see that he actually has not posted since like March and hasn't really been active on Instagram in a while. Kind of suspicious because Peyton especially loves TikTok. So yeah, I hope he's okay. Wondering if he just kind of stopped everything social media. In the towel on Coyote Pass. Of course, it's more complicated since she separated from Cody recently. For many years, Janelle has desperately tried to move things forward and make her fantasy of having greenhouses and building a house on her parcel of land a reality. She had her house drafted. No one seemed to care, by the way. She lived in a trailer on the property to have a presence there and sacrificed not having electricity. Literally lived off grid. They still didn't pay off the land at the time, and there's no indication that it's paid now. According to Janelle, money was going to other things. I mean, they just didn't seem focused like they were for building the houses in the cul-de-sac in Vegas, in my opinion. Things have changed, and Janelle seems content with her new place, by the way, with a patio, and she will be taking her trailer elsewhere this year. She said, "The place I'm living now has a great patio. I've always wanted a great patio where it wasn't so blazing hot, Vegas, so you could sit outside. So I splurged on some patio furniture this year, and I'm loving my coffee on the patio this cool, peaceful Sunday morning." And for those wondering about the trailer, stay tuned. I actually have put it in a seasonal space this year and will begin the adventure of managing the trailer as an independent woman. At least it has hookups this time around. It's always been something I wanted to do. As they say in the movie Fried Green Tomatoes, Towanda. The Towanda reference basically is something you say to feel empowered. And no empowered woman wants to live next to their ex, let's say on Coyote Pass. So Towanda, Janelle, Towanda. Also, Janelle gave a lot of money from the sale of her house in Vegas to Robin and Cody for them to buy their almost $1 million house back in 2019 was shocking to hear, honestly. She could probably use the money from the land to get a house of her own, just saying. Cody bought Coyote Pass in 2018 for $820,000 with the intention of
in their covenant that if he didn't love her, he would let her go. Mary's like, what the heck was the agreement for me? And she says he did not care enough for me as a human being to let me know. And I know a lot of people will say, well, it was pretty obvious that Cody felt like that, but I also get that she was looking to hold on and honor her vows, and she just didn't see things like we all did. She still was holding on, and
both sides there. And there's Janelle, who is recently separated from Cody. So that being said, super happy for Savannah. Janelle and Cody's youngest. She really has been a trooper, living with Janelle in the RV for a while. She would have been with her mom, the only child living at home during Janelle's breakup, and she seems like a super sweet girl. So based on these pictures though, perhaps the most obvious sign of drama and trouble for me is that they didn't take that classic family picture with like Janelle, Cody, and Savannah together, because you'll remember that Christine and Cody took a picture like that with Isabel at her graduation, even though things weren't good at all with them. So it's just kind of a picture that you take, right? So Janelle posted these pictures with this caption and also kind of implied that things just weren't perfect at the graduation and that things are different now. So she actually also deactivated the comments, which is always a sign of like, yeah, she didn't want to hear the comments, the anti-Cody stuff. So she said, Savannah has graduated. My children are all grown up. Such a beautiful day. There was definitely a difference with this graduation versus others in the past, but all is well. Headed to Utah this weekend to throw a big party for her with most of her siblings. Which is great, because I know that Christine probably can't wait for that party, because I remember in earlier seasons, Christine definitely had a big hand in raising Savannah, especially when she was little. And Savannah on her feed posted pictures and said, anticlimactic. So I don't know what she meant by anticlimactic. Like, of course she was going to graduate. She's like a smart girl. That could be it. Or anticlimactic meaning that there weren't arguments or something. I don't know. But here's to a bright future for Savannah, and I'm absolutely sure that she's going to excel at everything she does. Alright guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Bye guys! This is a Sister Wives update for May 2023. This month, fans think Janelle has a new boyfriend. Something about her not having tried hard enough to keep the family together, as if that was her sole responsibility. And honestly, we all feel a way about Robin, but it's not exactly fair to blame her if this is actually true. As for all the talk about Robin and Cody not doing well, etc., potentially splitting, do I think they'll ever break up? Absolutely not. I don't even believe any of the split rumors at this point. Cody and Robin were actually spotted at a local festival together this month, looking like a normal couple would, like arguing about whether or not to buy an antique or something. And in the season 18 trailer, Robin was shown having a full-on crying fit about her broken dreams of being on the porch with her sister wives and growing old. It was a whole thing, and the memes about this just keep on coming. I mean, these are from Reddit and they are so funny. Which one's your favorite? As for Cody, we know that he did send a cameo to someone asking him to reveal a secret, quote unquote. And the secret that Cody decided to reveal was that he was with some of his friends and that they would be on the show with him talking about his upcoming divorce. And one of those friends were actually Nathan. You may remember Nathan. He's appeared on the show before, and I think he's actually Mary's brother-in-law. So kind of awkward if the divorce he's talking about is with Mary. It's probably a different one, just given that. But hey, Cody's out here getting some friend support. Hopefully they can actually reason with him, and hopefully they're giving him good advice, and he's gonna listen. But like Robin says, Cody's gonna do what Cody's gonna do. So Christine now, let's talk about Christine. Christine this month continued to gush about the love of her life, David, as they're still on the fast track to getting married probably really soon. She said under these pics, "As soon as I saw you, I knew a grand adventure was about to happen, and adventuring with you has been the grandest time of my life." And now for some wedding news. Based on social media, it looks like Gwendolyn and her feel busy raising 3 very small kids in Utah. She has twin boys that are babies and a toddler, so she's understandably very busy this month and every month. But she has Christine close by to help her, and she's still super close with Aspen, her older sister, who lives nearby. Mykelti and Tony have a Patreon channel where they review episodes from season 17 and interviews. They interview some of their siblings, which is interesting. So she's taking a similar route to Gwendolyn, kind of more public, and she appears on the show a bit more too. So Savannah Brown, Janelle's daughter, youngest daughter, just went to New York City, and she had posted these pictures and said, "The views from the Empire State Building couldn't be NYC-er, nicer." Love the play on words. Nice caption, Savannah. So Savannah is such a pretty girl, and she's grown up so much, it's crazy. And I love how she has a voice. She's the one who basically told Janelle, like, no more RV, which, good for her. And now let's go to Peyton Brown, a somewhat controversial figure in the Brown family. So Christine's son, who never shies away from saying things publicly, went on TikTok live this month to divulge some interesting information. He basically said that he thinks his mom is rushing into things with David, her new beau, and that he told her just that. So at least he did tell her that too. He also says he doesn't think he's going to be close with David because they're both kind of standoffish. I know a lot of fans don't agree with this. I see it in my comments that Christine deserves love and that sometimes love happens fast, etc. But Peyton's statement made me think about what the other kids think in the family, or does anyone in the family agree with Peyton? Like, is it a bit rushed? So, you know, love bombing is a real thing, guys. Anyways, I wonder if Janelle thinks it's rushed. This is clearly a polarizing subject in the Sister Wives world right now, but as long as Christine is happy, I mean, that's all that really matters, right? And I hear Truly likes him, so all good. Peyton currently lives around 30 minutes away from Christine, so he is nearby too. So overall, some of the kids are more public than others, and they also seem to have Christine. She had fun on the birthday date with Cody, but it felt like being with a friend, and then he dropped her off and he went home, and she didn't hear from him in 2 weeks, and Christine is shocked. She says, he drove off to Robin's house? Janelle feels like Christine is thinking, poor you, and she doesn't like that vibe. She kind of wants Christine to know that, yeah, she's really done, but Christine's not really buying it yet. They may want to do a family reunion with Mary and Robin, and Mary says, yeah, I think I would be up for that, just to get the kids together. Robin is like, it's asking for trouble and fights. Cody says that he doesn't want one with Christine at this point. So in this context, it's really Robin and Cody not wanting the family together, which is weird because when they talk, it's like that's the ultimate goal, to have the family together, but they're not willing to have the family together. It's very confusing. They're contradicting themselves, really. Robin says that Aurora's talking to a boy like she's 12 or something, but she's 20, and Aurora kind of like blushes and says they're talking. Mary's like, is all you do with him talk? And they laugh, and we learn that he's a college boy. He's from out of state, but moved down for college. And Robin says that he feels like he's a nice kid. Mary says, I was married at your age. She says that she was married just after she was 19. She was a baby. And Mary used to say that she regretted not taking more time to get to know who she was. Because really, 19, that's insane. Mary tells Robin that she signed a contract with the house where she's at to stay longer, and Robin is stressed out that she's just trying to trust what Mary's saying. She wants to believe that Mary's going to stay for the long haul or whatever, but Cody says Mary has little involvement with them and the kids. I think she should move on. Like, this is the second time he's kind of said it. Robin says, I'm glad I came and it was good to catch up. And Mary says that any family experiences I have, I will take. Mary's out here just trying so hard, cherishing the moments she gets with the family, and they're basically giving her said, what the heck? You wouldn't have a family. You wouldn't have your children. In the whole, how dare you type of reaction. And he thinks that he should have said something like, you know, he knows it's hard and that he loves her. I guess he thinks he didn't show her grace in that. And Christine responds to that. I guess the producers told her what he said. And she says, no, it's not about polygamy. It's that I did everything he wanted and tried so hard. And when I needed him or his help, he said no. So that teaser was a lot. The next teaser is from Entertainment Tonight, and it's a conversation between Mary, Robin, and Cody. They're still outside, spoiler alert, so I guess they're really not filming inside of Cody and Robin's home at this point. I don't know why, it's not really addressed. Cody asks Mary, well, how do you want to do Christmas Eve, Mary? And Mary opens up that she has no idea because she feels like she's in this really weird position. She's not in the Cody and Robin married club. She's not in the Janelle and Christine friendship club. She just kind of feels like a third wheel that's kind of trying to make it work or salvage something. She says, I don't know what to do. Robin is thinking there could be a fight between the boys and Cody at Christmas, and that's scary. A physical fight, or is she scared they'll exchange words? I think it's scary that they don't talk at all, to be honest. I'd rather them kind of have some type of conversation, even if it is kind of a fight. I think maybe Robin knows that the boys will probably have words for her too if they come to Christmas. Maybe that's what she's scared of. Okay, so let's talk about Mary, because this is why I do feel really bad for Mary. She does seem like the odd woman out somehow. She has for a while, and she basically brought all of these women into her relationship now to be kicked out of the group like nothing. So no thank you. And everyone's talking about having a Janelle and Christine spinoff, but what about Mary? Is she being excluded? Followed by more epic training. Yep. It looks like on day 2 there was some working out happening and inspiration. She said, after a good workout, we did a little more sightseeing and shopping. This place is amazing, y'all. P.S. If anyone knows where I can get my hands on a cute Paddington figurine like this one, only quite a bit smaller, please let me know. I'm obsessed. Okay, so it is the Paddington Bear obsession. That's so interesting. Mary talked about how excited she was for her trip on Fridays with Friends with Jen, and it seems like a good time for her to get away. And it looks like these retreats really make Mary feel good and stay positive, so I'm all for it. Might also mean that she's done filming for a while, perhaps, or done for the season. I don't know. But Danelle Delgado, by the way, I've seen Mary talk about her before, and she is well known for training entrepreneurs, and she's also like a motivational speaker, I believe. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed my Mary update about her trip to the UK. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye! On Sister Wives, the Brown family has had a crazy amount of drama, but nothing compares to the drama in the feuds in the family. In this video, I'll be taking an in-depth look at 4 major feuds on Sister Wives. They are Mary versus Janelle, Peyton versus Chuva's sisters, Cody versus Gabriel and Garrison, and of course, we have a Christine versus Robin situation. But before I dive in, please subscribe and like this video, like right now. Let's start with Mary and Janelle. Janelle and Mary's feud dates back to like the 90s. Janelle was married to Mary's brother, Adam, and when their marriage ended, sparks began to fly, and Cody and Janelle started courting. So immediately, Janelle said that when she met Cody, she had the strangest feeling and felt as if she had forgotten something and suddenly remembered it. Kind of like how people describe, soulmate situations. It's been said the way Cody can fix it to make it better has to do with the boys. He's just not getting that, and it's almost like they're speaking different languages, so it's kind of an uncomfortable meetup. He says, I don't think Janelle's in love with me. She thinks I'm hot with my pecs and whatever. The minute he said I'm hot, I just stopped even noticing what he was talking about. Ew, just ew. I've literally never glanced at Cody's pecs, for the record. I mean, have you guys? Does he have good pecs? What is he talking about? Robin says she didn't want an apology from the boys, and she doesn't know why Cody's asking for an apology. He keeps using the word transmute over and over, maybe to sound sophisticated. I don't know. I think I want to transmute out of this episode at this point, because I don't know what's going on. Janelle asks Cody straight up if he still wants plural marriage. She says, sometimes I can't tell. And I feel like he keeps dodging the question. Janelle says, I'm not going to be with him if he doesn't want to be a father to my kids because of a disagreement. Facts. What type of parent writes off his kids over a disagreement, no matter what age, right? I don't get this whole, I care about them when they're small, but when they're big, I don't care anymore. What? I don't understand that. Cody says that he needs to figure out plural monogamy now, a husband with 2 families that don't interact, because Janelle has no interest in interacting with Robin. Cody thinks that Janelle wanting to separate for a bit is a punishment way beyond the crime. The crime is not being a good parent to her kids, so the crime is pretty big here. I mean, if we're saying it how it is. Janelle brings up that she doesn't have an estate, and Cody says that Janelle has the same assets as him. Is that really true, though? I feel like it's not. Cody says this sounds like it's about money for Janelle. He's not getting it. She's just trying to say she doesn't feel safe with her financial situation. She doesn't feel like it's fair. And Cody says something like, our house is the family's house. I mean, no, that's splitting the property so that everyone gets a parcel. That being said, Christine obviously sold her piece of land for $10 in exchange for the money from the sale of her house, so she's completely out of it, of course. But if Coyote Pass fails entirely, a storyline they've been using for years will be completely over and so anticlimactic, by the way. I feel like we've waited years to see something get built there. They argued and butted heads about building one big house for everyone. That was the storyline, which was secretly what Cody wanted. They then argued about who was in the parcel in the trees. They had the property lines completely redone. And of course, they had a lot of awkward sit-downs on the property as well on the show. It was difficult times. So much stalling since 2018. But now, the ladies are living such separate lives. Mykelti recently said that she couldn't even see the 4 women being somewhere together unless it was like a family obligation, like a wedding or a funeral. Mary apparently moved to Utah and was spotted with moving trucks at her bed and breakfast with Cody. I mean, she's out of there, it seems that way. Why would Coyote Pass make sense for her at all now? She didn't even seem that interested about being on the property from the get-go. She looked to me like she had to be convinced. And I mean, Cody and Robin live nearby in a really nice house, so they're comfortable. There are actually reports that Cody may have the moving itch and may want to move out of Flagstaff altogether, and someone asked Gwendolyn about it on YouTube, and she gave an answer. She said, "He doesn't like to stay anywhere for too long. That's what happened with Utah. He got tired of Las Vegas," and she kind of theorized that because of family history in Flagstaff, it could make Cody miserable to be there. So, which makes sense. There are some bad memories for sure in Flagstaff, and given how freely he likes to move all the time, I mean, it's so not far-fetched that he actually would. So, where does that even leave? Is the second oldest son in the family. He is Janelle's son with Cody and Logan's little brother. So Hunter's pictures on his Instagram either feature his family or his girlfriend Audrey, which tells you a lot. He's been with her for a while, actually. In one caption, he actually says, "Family is what matters most." And we also know that Hunter, I believe, lives in Vegas. He received his master's in nursing at Johns Hopkins University, and his picture is on the wall there, apparently. And he said, "My greatest and possibly only achievement over these past 2 years was having my picture displayed in the Johns Hopkins School of Nursing. Finally finished with my master's and blessed to say it is from basically the best MSN-MEN program in the US. Grateful for my experience and the people I met and knew along the way." I mean, Hunter's so smart, right? Like, he was also Logan's best man last year and likes to take pictures from, like, underneath where people kind of, like, are looking down. He's been to 2 weddings in a very short while recently, his friends and now Gwendolyn. So it's full-on wedding season, and it's super ironic to me that Hunter hated Vegas with a passion when they moved there, but that now he lives there now. So it's like a full circle moment. Remember that in, like, I think it was like season 3 or something, where he was like, they couldn't get through to him because he like hated Vegas. Anyways, that is it for now. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching my part 2 Sister Wives update for July 2023. Bye guys! This is a Sister Wives update for July 2023. Let's catch up with Robin, Cody, Mary, Christine, and Janelle. There's also big wedding news this month, and watch until the end for my hot take on the Sister Wives Season 18 teaser that was just released. So let's start with Robin Brown, because you may be wondering, like me, where the heck is Robin? A source told The Sun that Cody is actually blaming Robin for his separation. Said, "What the heck? You wouldn't have a family. You wouldn't have your children." In the whole "how dare you" type of reaction. And he thinks that he should have said something like, he knows it's hard and that he loves her. I guess he thinks he didn't show her grace in that. And Christine responds to that. I guess the producers told her what he said. And she says, "No, it's not about polygamy. It's that I did everything he wanted and tried so hard, and when I needed him or his help, he said no." So that teaser was a lot. The next teaser is from Entertainment Tonight, and it's a conversation between Mary, Robin, and Cody. They're still outside, spoiler alert, so I guess they're really not filming inside of Cody and Robin's home at this point. I don't know why, it's not really addressed. Cody asks Mary, "Well, how do you want to do Christmas Eve, Mary?" And Mary opens up that she has no idea because she feels like she's in this really weird position. She's not in the Cody and Robin married club. She's not in the Janelle and Christine friendship club. She just kind of feels like a third wheel that's kind of trying to make it work or salvage something. She says, I don't know what to do. Robin is thinking there could be a fight between the boys and Cody at Christmas, and that's scary. A physical fight, or is she scared they'll exchange words? I think it's scary that they don't talk at all, to be honest. I'd rather them kind of have some type of conversation, even if it is kind of a fight. I think maybe Robin knows that the boys will probably have words for her too if they come to Christmas. Maybe that's what she's scared of. Okay, so let's talk about Mary, because this is why I do feel really bad for Mary. She does seem like the odd woman out somehow. She has for a while, and she basically brought all of these women into her relationship now to be kicked out of the group like nothing. So no thank you. And everyone's talking about having a Janelle and Christine spinoff, but what about Mary? Is she being excluded? Season 18, episode 6. They're really good. And guess what? There are four teasers, guys. I'll also talk about the description for episode 7. Teaser 1. Cody and Janelle meet for the first time since their big Christmas fight where Janelle told Cody, F you, and they're back at the same restaurant that Christine and Cody met at in episode 1, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's the Mexican place with the red walls. This teaser is from People magazine, and it starts with Janelle basically saying that Cody needs to be a man and stop saying that the relationship is crap because Christine left. This is a new outfit for Janelle, by the way, in her confessional. And from the sounds of it, it probably was filmed after she left Cody because the gloves are off in this confessional. She says, separate your relationships and pay attention. The awkward silence at the restaurant is so deafening and cringe. It's so awkward. Janelle says that she wants to stay separated for now. Cody is shocked. For some reason, she does offer the idea of counseling and says that she's not throwing in the towel yet, but she wants to be separate so she can clearly think about what she needs out of the relationship moving forward. And then Cody goes on the same old tangent about how Christine blindsided him. And Janelle says in her confessional she's not buying that because she says, and I quote, he's been telling me for years that he wasn't attracted to Christine and that he was struggling in their marriage. Janelle says, I would have left his ass the first time he said that to me. Boom! I love this new confessional vibe for Janelle, honestly. She's way more aggressive with it, let's say. I mean, staying in a relationship where your husband is literally telling the world and other wives that he's not attracted to you, I can't think of anything more degrading. It's beyond. I mean, come on. Anyone with self-respect would have left. Cody can't say a thing. And by the way, Christine is so pretty. I think she's gorgeous. Christine just wants Janelle to be happy, but it kind of does sound like Maddie was not really happy that she's going on this date. And okay, so now we're back with Cody and Mary, and Cody's now bringing up that Mary could build something on Coyote Pass, and I almost spit out my drink. Like, we're still talking about Coyote Pass? He then goes on about how he wants to build a barn for his cars with a loft and storage, and she could live in that loft. Mary is insulted. She doesn't want to be put in with the stuff he doesn't want to see anymore, like with the storage. I don't blame her. Wasn't she supposed to have a house there anyway? I mean, Mary makes good money. I don't understand why she needs to be in a loft. I thought he was going to say, stay with me and Robin when you're in Flagstaff, but he was only saying, stay in an RV, stay in a loft. Please, Mary's a businesswoman and deserves more than that. I mean, don't go for that, Mary. Cody's actually making an effort with Janelle, though, He made reservations at the best restaurant in Arizona, and it's a secret. Cody has no idea why they can't reconcile. He doesn't realize that this would require an effort with their kids. I don't know why Cody doesn't understand that. And Janelle looks great, makeup on point, and she just wants to have a good birthday. Although Janelle seems like a giddy schoolgirl that Cody booked the best restaurant in Arizona, they ended up turning the cameras off because Janelle felt a lot of pressure, and I understand that. And she said that at one point during the date, she held his hand and it didn't feel right, so she took it out. But for Cody, he at least made an effort to make Janelle feel special on her birthday, and that's more than he would probably ever do for Mary. So they're in very different situations, I think. But we kind of all know how this is going to end. I don't think, the birthday is going to work for Cody's favor. Alright guys, thank you for watching my recap and reaction for Sister Wives Season 18 Episode 8 called Writing on the Wall. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave a like on this video. Thank you! Get ready! Mad that he was there because they weren't aware that I was like, yeah, you can come. So a few people were like, how dare you show up? But other than that, it was fine. Those people didn't say it to his face. Nobody says bad things to people's faces. They just gossip about it behind their backs. I mean, such a healthy communication style, right? That is not good. It's not good. So number 3, Gwen said that Robin and Cody basically didn't hang out with anyone at the wedding. They were just kind of there. Maybe to just say they were there, I don't know. The only person they really interacted with in the end was Mykelti. I guess she still has this loyalty to Robin from babysitting her kids early on. Gwen says Mykelti is basically one of the only kids that have a relationship with Robin and Cody, I guess. Maybe there's more, but super awkward though to just not talk to anyone else and just kind of sit there in the background. They did help with Mykelti's kids apparently, which was nice. I mean, it can't be easy for Mykelti to keep a relationship with Robin. Number 2, there was an awkward hug with Robin apparently. Gwen said that she figures Robin was surprised that she hugged her, but she thought it was good to extend an olive branch because after all, she was her guest, she was invited. Gwen had said, when I did give her a hug, she stepped aside and looked like she expected me to push her away and go around her. I felt a little bad. Robin, I would not be surprised that she feels like enemy number 1, and hopefully she does not look at social media comments or articles online. But I also remember once she went live with Mary on Instagram and she had made a comment oh yeah, you're gonna get really bad comments now that I'm here. So I think she's kind of aware of what people are saying about her online and stuff. And number 1, Gwen said he came, he didn't cause a fight, and most importantly, he didn't do his scary wedding dance. So I count this as a win. So there you go. No Cody wedding dance. The Honey Appleseed, if you guys remember. Hunter Elias Brown. Word on the street is that Hunter also lives in Vegas. He works in healthcare. He has his master's in nursing from Johns Hopkins. And he has a girlfriend named Audrey. And this month, Hunter celebrated Audrey's birthday by bringing her to see Kelly Clarkson in concert. Actually, Gabriel and Logan were there too, and Hunter was also at Gwendolyn's wedding holding babies and all that too. He's also a fun uncle. So next, let's go to the oldest daughter of Janelle and Cody, Madison. So Maddie still lives in North Carolina with her husband Caleb and their family. Her baby Josephine, her third child, she calls her Joey, just turned 6 months old. This month, she went on a trip out of town with Caleb and his coworkers, I guess at some retreat. And she said that apparently their truck was broken into during the night. So fun times, not. Madison sells for Plexus along with her mom, Janelle, and Janelle often visits Maddie, honestly. Actually, they were just together because Janelle went live randomly on Instagram for like just a few minutes to share a story that they were talking about something out loud and couldn't believe that like the next day a coupon came up on their phone for the same thing they were talking about. Cue the conspiracy theories about our phones listening to us. It was a short live and it was interesting, but evidence that Janelle and Maddie were together. Now let's go to Garrison. So Garrison recently went to Italy. I don't know if this was a solo trip or not, but he went to the Colosseum and spent time in Rome. We know that. He's still into photography, and word on the street is that Garrison may have a girlfriend, but he probably wants to keep her off social media. Who knows? I mean, people have varying degrees of needs in terms of privacy, right? Next, let's go to Gabe. So Gabriel is still in Flagstaff. He seems to hang out with Janelle a lot and helps her out with her trailer. Very likely still is living with David out of wedlock at the moment. I mean, they're engaged. And I mean, the audacity, if this is true, the audacity. I mean, Cody literally was courting a fourth wife while Christine was pregnant, you know, and technically 3 of his wives were out of wedlock, so the whole wedlock argument doesn't really have legs for him. But anyways, we don't know who the insider is. Like, we always have to take articles like this, like, kind of with a skeptical eye, right? Alright guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more content. Bye guys! Can we just have a quick Sister Wives update about the pictures from Savannah Brown's graduation? Because it looks like the most awkward family situation ever. There were clearly 2 very divided groups at this graduation. I'm sure you could have probably cut the tension with a knife in Flagstaff that day. So in this corner, you had Cody with really bouncy curls that day, by the way. He did show up for his little girl, as he should. There's no way to confirm if Robin was there or not. I mean, people could just want to not be in pictures and stuff like that. And in the other corner, you have basically people who have very tense and strained relationships with Cody in various ways for various reasons. There's Gwendolyn, who has been holding nothing back on her YouTube channel, calling him manipulative and admitting that she's not a fan of Robin, and it's not even clear if he's going to even go to her wedding. We have Garrison and Gabriel. This played out on the show. They literally butted heads with Cody since the pandemic. Cody seemed super kind of cold towards them, in my opinion, not understanding that they wanted social lives as young men, and kind of insisted that they just up and move out or whatever. There's just a lot of anger on. News alert! It's official! Christine and David are engaged and getting married probably pretty soon, guys, after dating for an estimated 6 months. And she's started planning, apparently. So the announcements came with a People magazine article and an official TLC announcement. And maybe slight shade towards Cody, probably, maybe. Christine said, "David treats me like a queen and tells me I'm beautiful every day. I've never been in love like this before, and the world seems like a brighter place with him in it. I'm so excited for the wonderful adventure we are going to embark on for the rest of our lives." And cue the multiple mentions about how he is the love of her life. And basically, Cody was not. I mean, is that slight shade? I mean, the whole never been in love like this before. Remember when Cody said at the tell-all that men probably won't like the fact that she's left a good man or something like that? Well, who's laughing now? Who is laughing now? Just saying. David even posted on his Instagram and said, "Every day when I look at you, I can't believe I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I have you. You are the most loving and caring person I have ever met." Christine is so in love with David. She's even writing about it on Washroom Mirrors. I mean, I'm literally serious. This is from David's Instagram. So they're definitely in that honeymoon phase still. And side note about David, his profile picture on Instagram is kind of giving me creepy vibes for some reason. He looks so much better in all the other pictures. Don't you guys think? Like, message to David, change your profile picture, please. And it looks like they will be getting married sooner than later. Literally a day after announcing their engagement, Christine is already looking for wedding vendors in Utah, which kind of tells me, like, you know, she's in a hurry, or they're in a hurry to get it done. She said, "We don't always get second chances in life. I'm blessed to have found mine, to have found my happily ever after. It's time to plan a wedding. I'm asking for any Utah locals for help. Our wedding cake, flower, engaged, and that perhaps they were caught by surprise." No idea if this is 100% true, but Janelle did write hooray in the comments. But yeah, Christine seems to be beating to the sound of her own drum. According to In Touch, Christine and David bought a $770,000 home in Lehi, Utah in March 2023, so like a month before their engagement. And it's a 4,200 square foot new build that offers unobstructed views of Mount Timpanogos, East Mountains, and Jordan River. It looks like these pictures from this balcony overlooking the mountains are from the new house, probably. It's a brand new house, super happy for her. And someone on Reddit made a Sister Wives reference to this image. And leave a comment if you remember this, but they said, "Just look at the mountains," and the angels are really singing this time, which, for those who don't know, the family chose Coyote Pass because some of the wives were going on and on about how the angels were singing there, and they would just not stop talking about the freaking angels singing. So the irony is that Christine's now back in Lehi, a new woman, more than 10 years later after fleeing Lehi for Vegas. Last time she lived in Lehi, she lived in the basement and took care of all the kids. Now she has her own new, completely new house that she doesn't have to share, the whole house to herself. It's really a full circle moment for her and a second chance. She's also moving full steam ahead planning her wedding and has issued a call out for local designers and vendors. I would not be surprised if her wedding takes place in like a week and we just kind of find out about it. Christine is so into David that she even expresses her love on the bathroom mirror, guys. Seriously, this is textbook honeymoon phase in their relationship. I just hope David is okay with dealing with, family drama, because it's coming. David, Christine, and Truly also went to Universal Studios in California this month. They are taking little trips together here and there. Is the second oldest son in the family. He is Janelle's son with Cody and Logan's little brother. So Hunter's pictures on his Instagram either feature his family or his girlfriend Audrey, which tells you a lot. He's been with her for a while, actually. In one caption, he actually says, "Family is what matters most." And we also know that Hunter, I believe, lives in Vegas. He received his master's in nursing at Johns Hopkins University, and his picture is on the wall there, apparently. And he said, "My greatest and possibly only achievement over these past 2 years was having my picture displayed in the Johns Hopkins School of Nursing. Finally finished with my master's and blessed to say it is from basically the best MSN MEN program in the US. Grateful for my experience and the people I met and knew along the way. I mean, Hunter's so smart, right? Like, he was also Logan's best man last year and likes to take pictures from, like, underneath where people kind of, like, are looking down. He's been to 2 weddings in a very short while recently, his friends and now Gwendolyn. So it's full-on wedding season, and it's super ironic to me that Hunter hated Vegas with a passion when they moved there, but that now he lives there now. So it's like a full circle moment. Remember that in, like, I think it was like season 3 or something, where he was like, they couldn't get through to him because he, like, hated Vegas. Anyways, that is it for now. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching my part 2 Sister Wives update for July 2023. Bye, guys! This is a Sister Wives update for July 2023. Let's catch up with Robin, Cody, Mary, Christine, and Janelle. There's also big wedding news this month, and watch until the end for my hot take on the Sister Wives Season 18 teaser that was just released. So let's start with Robin Brown, because you may be wondering, like me, where the heck is Robin? A source told The Sun that Cody is actually blaming Robin for his separation. Here are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18 Episode 11. The episode is actually called Airing the Dirty Laundry. The teaser starts with footage from Mary and Cody's wedding. Remember when he sang for her at the wedding? And Mary is saying that they intended on marrying forever. I mean, just like everyone who gets married does, I guess. And that it was an eternal covenant. And also, let's not forget that Mary's mom was always a huge fan of Cody. In an episode where Cody brought all his mothers-in-law shopping, Mary's mom gushed about him on camera probably the most. Mary says, "Why would I want to just stick around with someone who really changed his mind about me?" And that Cody is basically saying to her directly, finally, not only in confessionals, that he is done with their marriage, essentially. Mary still very much wants to keep a relationship with Cody and Robin's kids if they let her, she says. I'm guessing Robin's friendship, though, with Mary may take a nosedive after she moves on, because Cody will probably think she's a bad influence, just like he thinks Christine is, you know? So I don't know if I have a lot of hope for Robin and Mary's friendship. And so Mary said that she wanted to acknowledge all of this in public because they are public people. And Cody basically didn't want her to tell her truth. He said, "Oh, gee, you know, I'm getting so much criticism already. Let's just keep it between us." Okay, so Mary was supposed to keep the fact that she's single a secret so that Cody doesn't get more hate. I mean, Cody's already is like capped out on hate. I don't think this would even make a dent. So yeah, that's real fair over there. And Mary is firm in wanting to tell her story. And it is her story too. I completely agree. And she should be speaking out. Like, how is she supposed to hide this anyway? We all know. Like, we know. Next, Mykelti shows Christine her sonogram, and the fact that she's expecting twins, it's a big surprise, and it's supposed to be shocking, but Mykelti's twin boys are almost 1, I think, so her house in the evening for her, and Robin knew it was going on, and she says, "I'm not going to trust someone who wants a family, but is okay with Cody being only at their house." Robin says that, you know, she tried so hard with Christine and says that her and Christine had potential to be really close, and she didn't understand why they couldn't be, and she's heartbroken by it, and she's crying, kind of putting the blame on Christine a little bit. So this is like a freaking smear campaign against Christine, this whole conversation, and I'm irritated by it so much. Christine says that the therapy sessions in Vegas, She says that Robin would deny that Cody was at her house the most, and Christine would have rejected her friendship anyway because, I mean, how can you trust someone that just lies to your face like that? And Robin's still doing it, and it is so irritating. I understand how Christine feels. Janelle says that Cody always implied that she needs to be a better sister wife to Robin, and Janelle thought that, you know, if this has to happen, it's really not going to work. She recalls a time when basically she had called Robin before they bought their house to kind of let her know that she thought it would be a disaster for their family finances. Robin had clearly told Cody about the conversation, and he held that against her later on. Robin starts to cry that Christmas was a cheap version of what the family used to be. She said, you know, she needs a reason why my family got blown up to smithereens. And okay, so next scene, they're actually planning Christine's 50th birthday party and who should be invited. You can probably guess who's not invited at this point: Mary, Robin, and Cody, because they just keep doing shady things like in this episode. Mary, meanwhile, is making big changes. She's going to move her clothing business to southern Utah, and she's nervous to tell Robin about it because, you know, Robin's going to think that she's leaving the family too. So she only told her BFF Jen. Mary says Cody's not seen that she has not spoken to Cody since her birthday in early December, and it's now mid-January. Poor sweet Savannah. That is so unfair. She's like collateral damage. Christine says, I don't think he realizes how easy it would be to fix this all. He needs to see his kids. And then Cody comes in and says he just doesn't have the emotional fortitude, apparently. And here come the victim vibes, and he says that the phone goes both ways. The kids can call him. I have a big issue with whenever he says that because he is the dad. He should always take the first step. It just comes with the territory of being a parent. Why are you expecting the boys or Savannah to call you to talk or mend things? Make it make sense. People magazine offered a sneak peek with quotes. Apparently, there will be a big chat between Mary and Robin, and Mary says she has a secret. They're probably outside again, and they hug about something. The article said that from Christine's perspective, and I quote, she said, I thought naively that we would be able to all get together again for the holidays and family functions and still have family reunions together. Even with me leaving, I really felt like we could be mature enough and adult enough. But as of right now, I don't see that being possible. I just don't. There's so many things that are broken now. We're just not a family anymore. That is accurate. It's broken, and I'm officially worried. After last week, I'm seriously questioning Cody's mental stability with all that talk about I'll be the devil you know now and how he wants to run away. What is going on there? And now let's talk about the description for season 18, episode 6. This one is called The Understatement of the Year, and I think it's going to be a good one, guys. It says, Christine reveals she's hired a matchmaker. Mary makes plans to move her business but worries about how Robin will take the news. Janelle meets with Cody for the first time since their huge fight and asks if he still wants plural marriage. I mean, yes, Mary almost making her exit here. And number 8, and something I did not know is that prior to Robin, on and off they would talk about maybe having another wife. A couple of women actually wanted to join the family. One of them wanted Cody alone, so that wasn't going to work for them. And one of the others, it was going fine, but abruptly ended for unknown reasons. Like, I don't know. So a little bit of history there. I guess they were more open to having a new wife than I thought initially. I thought they just kind of stumbled upon Robin or something. I'll leave a link to the full interview in my description, but overall, this was such a good interview and juicy scoop, I thought. Let me know if you guys listened to it and what your thoughts are. Maybe, if there's a point that you thought was extra interesting, let me know, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives content. Bye, guys! This is a Sister Wives update for December 2023. We're diving into what Mary, Janelle, Cody, Robin, and Christine are up to this month, and there's a lot of drama and news to talk about. And stay tuned until the end of this video to find out what the family will be doing for Christmas this year. Let's start with Christine. So, love is in the air, and Christine is getting her own spin-off, a wedding special. This month, TLC announced that the two-part special set to air in January will be dedicated to Christine and David's nuptials, which took place on October 7th in Moab, Utah. So, we'll get to see Christine finally get her dream wedding, a nice wedding dress, the whole hoopla, and of course Peyton and her dad walked her down the aisle. So part 1 of the special will air on January 7th, followed by part 2 on January 14th, so pretty early on in 2024. And Christine is just taking the world by storm. She was named one of reality TV's top 40 most powerful women by Variety magazine. And none of the other wives were chosen, obviously, and she attended a special dinner and event with other amazing women in reality TV, like a lot of the Real Housewives and sure. Number 4, Christine said that before Robin, she wasn't really ever jealous as much. She didn't mind when Cody was with the other wives. She liked it when he was with her too, and Cody was way more fair with his time back then. It's afterwards and she says he did go to her house on her nights, but after 6 p.m. But that's not the whole day, and they would see his car at Robin's house in the cul-de-sac. So really, Christine got only 12 hours of her full day. And Christine would get so mad in the cul-de-sac because let's say it was a Saturday on her day and he's not working, so why wasn't he with her the whole day? Why is his car at Robin's? It would drive anyone crazy. Number 5, Christine confirmed again that the straw that broke the camel's back for her was the fact that he didn't come to Isabel's surgery, which was major because he said he couldn't leave his family for that long, and Isabel saw that and said, "Aren't we not his family? Like, aren't I his family?" She couldn't really, it was very hurtful, so that was the last straw. Number 6, and then Christine opened up about intimacy with Cody. We've never heard anything about this in public ever because historically this was off limits with them on the show. Whenever a fan or anyone asked them anything about it, they would never answer this. And we learn in this interview that basically, for those who wanted to know, that Christine and Cody were intimate roughly like 5 times a year before Cody said he's just not that interested in doing that anymore. That's like once every few months, just to give an average or something, which I thought is interesting, I mean, that's not a lot. Number 7, Christine's response to Robin wanting an off-camera conversation to let her know they want them to be happy. I mean, this was from the last part of the tell-all. Christine saw that and says, "Oh, Robin wants us to go, 'Your Majesty, you may have him now.'" And it's never going to happen, guys. It's never going to happen. There's just no way. We're watching the lunch that Christine and Cody had at the restaurant with the red walls. Cody admits that he hated Christine at this point in time. And this is the scene where she laughs at him having COVID and then laughs again in her confessional about not being married to him anymore. So obviously, this is not going to be happy watching for Cody. He calls it her mean girl behavior. So immediately I know he's about to to respond by saying something terrible. And in true Cody form, he says it was uncomfortable life with her in Vegas, and it got a little worse in Flagstaff. He thought, oh, we suffered through all of this and now you're just gonna quit? Cody says that basically it's all his fault for marrying a woman he didn't love. Ouch. So then a weird twist. Christine says that in that scene, she was being Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians while she was laughing because she could never be herself before with Cody. I did not understand what she was talking about here. Why was she trying to be a Disney villain? Make it make sense. Christine says that she doesn't think Robin really wants to be in a plural marriage, and Suki immediately repeats that to Cody in the next interview, and Cody says Christine is a terrible sister wife and doesn't know Robin. He says she should prove her love to David by not saying anything bad about Robin. Okay, Cody, I don't know what her love to David has to do with Robin. For Cody, everything just has to do with Robin at all times, even now Christine's new boyfriend. She can love David and hate Robin at the same time, Cody, just saying. So Janelle bets $1,000 that Cody will not take on another wife, and Cody says that he can't have another wife because he would have to tell her that he'll never love her more than Robin. Because of course. At least he's being more truthful now about the extent of his obsession and love with Robin, right? Robin is asked if she could ever be happy just with Cody. And this is actually a good question. She said, Tony says that the fact that they'll still get together for big family events means there's hope or something, and that there's something there, quote unquote. And they count down, and Mykelti basically blasts herself with blue in the face. It actually looks painful. I was worried. She looked blinded for a second there, but 2 boys, and that's super exciting. Cody makes sure to say he'd be just as excited if they were 2 girls. I don't fully buy that, though, because Cody, to me, always kind of favored boys, maybe. He then says, I see a bad moon arising. You know, like the song. Anyways, if you know that song, I mean, everybody knows that song, but bad moon arising. I don't know if that was the right thing to say in this moment. The joke does not land. Some people kind of laugh awkwardly, like Hunter here, and Cody admits that the whole thing is just bittersweet. Next teaser, Christine admits that Cody was the first boy she ever kissed, and that actually her first kiss was after they got married, which is probably why she got mad when Cody and Robin sealed their engagement with the kiss in season 1. Do you guys remember? Christine did not appreciate that. Probably because, you know, Cody probably made this rule for her that they wouldn't kiss. And Christine is now brave enough to think, you know what, maybe dating could be good, but also admits that she doesn't really go out or anything, so, I mean, how is it gonna happen? Tony proposes. Tony is so funny in this scene, though. His advice is like just classic. He says that maybe she should call herself Tina on the dating apps. And Mitch is concerned about the types of people she could find. And he thinks it should be farmers only. The husband's chiming in is just everything here. I mean, Tina? Really? And this is Isabel's goodbye dinner or something, and Mykelti and Tony say something like Christine should get reacquainted with her body because it takes practice. I mean, really? I mean, they mean well, but I guess they're just really comfortable just blurting things like this out on national television, telling their mothers that Robin's the only one that will care about this. But Jen tells Mary that it's only part-time, so she can't be too upset, right? It's not like a permanent move. Mary is scared that Cody will think that she's leaving the whole relationship, and she says in her confessional she still has hope somehow that they'll get back on track for marriage. Oh, Mary. I really thought she was farther down the path of leaving him at this point in the show, but I guess not. We're still hoping for something that'll probably never happen. And finally, let's talk about episode 7's description. So, it says, Janelle meets with Christine and reveals that she doesn't want to be married anymore. Mary nervously tells Robin that she's moving her clothing business to Parowan, Utah, and will spend less time in Flagstaff, believing Cody is done with her. So, yeah, that's very different from what we saw in the teasers, so we can probably assume that more time has passed between episodes here, because it seems like all of a sudden Mary knows that her relationship is done with Cody, and Janelle seems more decided about her marriage with Cody. So I wonder what the time gap is. I guess we will try to figure that out next week for episode 7. I hope you guys enjoyed my teaser analysis for Sister Wives season 18 episode 6. Stay tuned because I'll have the full recap up as soon as I can after it airs. This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives season 18 episode 5. In this episode, Robin still can't admit that Cody spent the most time at her house. But more on that later. The episode starts with Janelle in her apartment post the big fight with Cody, and Christine is helping Janelle once again. This time she's bringing a huge beanbag with her that can't even fit through the door, but Janelle just loves this beanbag so much. Christine is concerned about Janelle's living situation, the tiny apartment and everything. I mean, it is small, and it hints that her neighbor in Utah is moving, and maybe she should move to Utah to dip her toes in the pond and get acquainted with her body. Not cringy at all. Christine is worried about her history and how messy it is. I mean, imagine if she goes on a date and the guy starts watching Sister Wives season 18 after that. Do you think he would call back, yes or no? I mean, it could intimidate some people for sure. Like the sit downs at that Mexican restaurant and stuff like that. Yikes. In another teaser, Janelle recalls that she felt like she knew Cody when she met him. She's kind of alluding to the fact that they're soulmates. And, you know, she says that she's the one who brought it up to him that she wanted to be in his family. And he said something like, okay, let's pray about it. Janelle liked the way that he treated Mary, ironically, because, I mean, it's crazy. I thought he said he never loved Mary. Anyways, that was the lure for Janelle. He was a good husband to Mary, she thought. Which is ironic because I thought he said something about how he didn't love her. Anyways, Christine also says that she had a spiritual witness to marry Cody, and she kind of had a spiritual witness when she knew she had to leave. So I guess maybe her intuition's right on? I don't know. Janelle insists that she would actually do it all again, but that maybe their marriage has an expiration date, although she didn't think that marriages did. Janelle is, in my mind, being forced out, but she's in a weird limbo here because she's just not ready to fully step away, and it kind of looks like Cody's not ready to fully step away. It's like they have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. I think that Mary is way farther down the path of breaking up. Now, let's go to the episode descriptions for the next few weeks, which for some reason I have trouble finding these sometimes on Reddit. I don't know why. But I got them, guys. It's episode 13, The Elephant in the Room. The official description says, Cody and Robin reunite with Janelle and Christine on a family video call to reveal the gender of McKelty's twins. In Parowan, Mary continues to stroke camera, crying about how she wanted to be with her sister wives on a porch with her kids and grandkids. I do have a lot to say about this. Her fantasy about the wives on the porch that she's always talking about. She's brought this up before. It's like a fantasy, and even if they were all still with Cody, the relationships were not where they would have been like that on the porch. And she wasn't exactly acting like the wife that wanted to be on the porch with the wives. So I don't know. Like, it's a good image in your head, but in practice, she just needs to like mourn that whole porch thing. And it'll probably just be her and Cody on the porch. And sometimes life changes and you just gotta roll with it, Robin. So Cody says that he tried to do everything right and it didn't work. So now he should just be the devil you think I am now. With this breathy, scary voice. I think a lot of us fans would say he, like from our perspective, like we certainly don't think he did everything right. Not everyone does everything right. And I mean, come on, really? Everything right? I don't know. And the final scene in the teaser is just something else altogether. I was kind of cringing the whole time. Like, should we have witnessed this? I don't know. But Janelle tells Cody to shut his you-know-what mouth, and he's like, no, 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 and gets up and leaves, and then there's cursing. Imagine being the camera guy on that one for a second. Like, very cringy, very family drama, dark, not anything we would ever want for that family. I'm guessing this will be a big scene in the new season, just like the knife in the kidneys last season. I think. I don't know. I don't know even if they've shot everything yet. It's just a teaser. It's not even the trailer. When the trailer comes, maybe we'll have more of a set, look or something. Okay, guys, so the Browns are falling completely apart. We knew this, and I guess we'll be seeing it unfold from August 20th. Like, I'm scared to see what happens this season. I hope it's, somewhat enjoyable. I'll definitely be tuning in. And now, in another teaser, David is now on the couch. I repeat, David is getting interviewed. He hasn't even been on an episode yet. And Suki asks him what he thinks of Cody. Now, obviously, he has to watch what he says here. This is a delicate kind of hot seat question because Cody's going to see this. He says, well, Cody wears his heart on his sleeve, and maybe he should not put it all, out there like that. He wants you to hear him, David says. And, he says that he wouldn't be like that. That's like the nicest way to say Cody's an absolute lunatic I've ever heard. Cody says that for David's sake, Christine has to destroy his character. As if he really didn't do that himself, but anyway, for David to be okay, because otherwise it's like she left a good man. He says that he vetted Robin hard to make sure she didn't leave a good man, basically insinuating maybe that David may not have vetted Christine, or maybe there was just less vetting overall in that situation. Less than he did with Robin. Cody says he doesn't even know David, and he hopes that Christine is choosing well, and he says it again, I hope she's choosing well, kind of hinting that he's not so sure, maybe. I mean, I see some veiled shade. I don't think Cody is convinced that Christine is making the right decision, but he's dancing around that a little bit, and I don't think David is as nicey towards Cody at all in private, based on what I'm seeing. He watches the show with Christine, for God's sakes. He does say at the end that when he was dating women, this is David saying this, which makes it sound like he was quite the dater or something. I don't know. But he says that when he was dating people, that his kids always came first, which in David language could mean I wouldn't have let a woman, aka Robin, get in between his kids like Cody has. But props to David for going to the tell-all at all and being part of this whole mess. He seems to be, like a willing participant, and that's probably a good thing. In yet another me, I gave birth to Truly and was suffering from extreme postpartum depression. I never thought I'd feel such a sense of loss and such crippling jealousy. I thought I was better and stronger than that. I really did. And the jealousy kind of continued. Christine had a major issue with Cody picking Robin's wedding dress, and the fact that they went on a 10-day honeymoon and kissed before marriage. The 10-day honeymoon, by the way, they went on, Christine had a newborn at home, so she was kind of in a vulnerable stage for sure, but I completely understand. For Christine, it was just always super hard for her to see a functional marriage for Robin while hers was kind of struggling, which is completely understandable. It would have driven me nuts too. And therefore, Robin and Christine just never connected or something. And when Christine left the family, she made it clear that she needed space and told Robin that. Robin took it so personally, crying in the driveway and all that. It did not go well. Christine also notoriously called out Robin for having a nanny during the pandemic. She couldn't understand what the nanny actually did. What does the nanny do? The famous line, which makes sense because if you think about it, Christine used to raise like 12 kids and 3 of Robin's kids are fully grown. So the nanny can only really be for the 2, and Robin doesn't have a job, only the show. So she has a bunch of free time. We're assuming, or by perception, it may not be true, but anyways. And finally, let's go to the feud between Cody and his sons Garrison and Gabriel. This one, I would argue, totally caused by Cody getting crazy during the pandemic or something. Or anyways, big conflict there. The whole thing goes that Gabriel insisted that he and his girlfriend Peyton should be able to see each other during the pandemic. And Cody was super worried about it. He basically was saying, if you see your girlfriend, I can't come over and see your mom. Gabriel and Cody were at a complete impasse about the rules, and Gabriel even kind of talked about how he thought maybe Robin made up the rules. It was a whole thing. And then Cody called Gabriel when he was sick. Towards her since like season 15 have been brutal. It's just too bad that they divorced back in the day because Mary could get alimony from him or something. The whole divorce thing was such a bamboozlement. The manipulation of the century, maybe even. And I guess the big season in season 18 is a blow up between Janelle and Cody in her apartment. This is definitely going to be a big moment. It was in both teasers, and they're so focused on it. So in the trailer or teaser part 2, we see Cody straight up gaslight Janelle, saying that she cheated him out of his family. Ugh, oh my god. And with the Christmas tree in the background, Janelle says he's pushing her out of the door. And he's like, that's an exaggeration and a lie. Viewers, unless the show is completely inaccurate, everyone's gonna see Janelle's point. Everyone's gonna be with Janelle. We've seen evidence ourselves with our own eyes. And Janelle is like, you're manipulating. And Cody storms out. Janelle tries to make him stay. She then swears at him. And then she's so angry, she tells the crew, shut it off. And her face is just she breaks the fourth wall. She looks livid, but this does not look staged or anything like that. That is real. That looked real. Anyways, now let's see if we can learn even more about the new season from the press release that TLC issued with a synopsis of the season. So it said, Cody is still grappling with the fallout from his divorce with Christine, and he is struggling in many of his other relationships. Christine, however, is learning to love who she is on her own by planning trips and celebrations along the way. No mention of Christine dating here. When does David come in? Please tell me. I want to see Cody and Robin's reaction to that. Yeah. Robin is the only wife secure in her marriage, yet devastated that her original dream of a big, happy, polygamous family is falling apart. Doing recaps. August 20th, guys. Mark your calendars. It's Sister Wives time. All right, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. This is a Sister Wives deep dive about every house Cody, Mary, Janelle, Robin, and Christine have lived in since 2010. So since starting to film the show Sister Wives, the Browns have lived in over 15 houses combined. They've moved a lot, so let's take a quick tour of everywhere they've lived and watch until the very end for details about Christine's brand new house in Utah. In the meantime, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives updates. At first, when we were introduced to the Browns, they shared one large house in Lehi, Utah, and by all appearances, they seemed like a functional, happy family living under one roof. We had no idea how badly everything would unravel. The house was over 6,000 square feet with 3 separate apartments all connected on the inside. So it was 3 apartments that had their own entrances, kitchens, laundry rooms, and master bedrooms. So each wife had their own space, and the house was actually designed for a plural family. We know that Christine really actually hated living on the lower floor, also called the basement, and her experiences there led to her saying heck no when Cody wanted to live in one big house again down the road years later. Janelle felt that Mary was restricting access to her area or even her stairs in Lehi for the children, and that also seemed to be like a point of conflict. But early in the show they didn't talk about that. It's only later that we found out. The Browns ended up leaving the Lehi house in a hurry when they thought the police were investigating them for polygamy. In 2011, they packed their bags and basically ran away to Las Vegas, where they embarked on a new adventure in a new state. Cody had pitched it as a fun place full of games for the kids, but they started struggling immediately living apart. They were all breadcrumbs at this point. They didn't even invite her over for Easter, and they knew she was probably alone. What is that? In the last year, Janelle says, I need something different. It just doesn't fit the parameter anymore. She wants to do something different. Janelle's it's very amiable with Cody. Christine says, well, I saw the fight. That's not that amiable. In her confessional, she didn't call her out in person. What is up with Cody and Janelle using the word amiable so much for everything? Amiable. Everything's amiable. Janelle says, we've been friends with benefits for years, and now I want something more. Friends with benefits with 6 kids. Imagine. Friends with benefits. That's how she's describing her relationship with Cody at this point. But I don't even know if there's benefits right now. Right? Is there benefits? I mean, can we ask a follow-up question? Christine says that Robin has everything she wanted in a husband, and she's can't believe she just said that. Janelle says she can't be married until she's released by the church, but she's not involved with the church, so she can't really go through and ask to be released, so she's kind of caught in whatever. Christine and Janelle still don't have great communication. As they're talking, I feel they're walking on eggshells, probably because cameras are there or something. I mean, this is national television, but I just feel they're not communicating exactly like girlfriends. They're not being super, I don't know. But Christine says that they'll just continue to give her scraps. So here we are. Yes, Janelle and Mary are kind of getting scraps right now. It is sad to watch.
Are you going to try and are you guys going to?
I'm going to try, but if Robin's there, I don't give a.
So no one's talked to her in person?
No. The truths were revealed, and we all just said, cool, this is the point where we all go. We're done.
This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 9. In this episode, the gloves are off between Cody and his older kids, and they throw shade at each other like never before. It's kind of heartbreaking. There's groovy music and Flagstaff B-roll. Get ready. Holy crap, Valentine's Day this year is complicated and horrible. And Mary says, I'm not doing a damn thing. You have to have a Valentine to celebrate. Aw, like, that's so sad for Mary. She probably, she wishes she probably would be on a good track with Cody. I just remember that Cody used to come in with like 4 bouquets of flowers historically in other seasons, and they all very carefully on Valentine's Day would act like not too lovey-dovey when they accepted the flowers, except Robin. She would do the whole thing. She would kiss him, etc. Christine announces that she's hired a matchmaker. She wants a bald, tattooed man, basically the anti-Cody. The matchmaker said that she should not say she has 6 kids right away, just that she has some kids. But I mean, any guy will Google her before the date, so I'm pretty sure they would know anyway. Now, Janelle looks super anxious. She's doing the close-up, selfie video from her phone again. And it's time for her to meet with Cody for the first time since their big fight. Janelle shows up to the restaurant and says that she's not pining or missing Cody right now in her confessional. Cody asks for a hug when he comes in, and they kind of awkwardly hug, and he says, "So, how are you?" She says, "Good." He says, "Are you good?" He probably expects her to have been heartbroken for 6 weeks and just been pining for him all this time, but that's not the case. Cody quickly blames his behavior on the divorce, how it's impacting his relationships, and he realizes that he's not a safe place for Janelle right now. He's transmuting his pain into anger, he says. Janelle's just not buying it at all. It gets awful quiet, there's awkward silences, and Janelle just gets to the main message, which is that she wants to stay separated for now. This is clearly kind of what she came here to say, and Cody had a different idea. I think, honestly, Cody thought they were going to reconcile at this sit-down, but fact of the matter is, probably, hooray! We know that she was seen with moving trucks in Utah and that she probably relocated there, but we don't really know the full story on this, so it'll be interesting about how that plays out, and from other spoilers, Robin is not going to react well to this, so we need to stay tuned, and I'll be back with a recap for this one, Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 5. Bye, guys!
I'm stuck. Financially, I have nothing. Christine had the house, I have nothing. My name is on property with everybody else. Probably nobody will cooperate now and play ball. FF.
This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 4. The episode is called A Deal with the Devil. In this episode, Cody says he feels like running away, Janelle cries about her finances, and Mary says Cody regrets marrying her. It's the most depressing Christmas ever. It's raining and gloomy in Flagstaff, and it's the aftermath of the shut the F up fight between Janelle and Cody from last week. Janelle thinks Cody's trying to get rid of her. She's super depressed about it and cries to the camera about how she's stuck financially and that she has nothing. She says, "I am 50 and I can't do my own thing." She's tied up with the family for Coyote Pass and she doesn't think they'll play ball. Cody says that he's mad as hell and that Janelle's the mean one. Oh yeah, Janelle's the mean one. I'll just say it. The fact that Janelle has nothing financially, yet is the one who worked from 6 a.m. to God knows when for years when they were in Utah, and Robin, who has never worked, is sitting pretty in her $1 million home with her freaking Charles Dickens Christmas houses, is beyond a travesty. They better give Janelle what she's owed. That was such an irritating... I can't believe it. A real moment for Janelle, although a bit too zoomed in, but I really felt a relationship with the older kids, and nobody's buying that. Robin, we're not buying what you're selling in this scene, just saying. And Mykelti on her Patreon did say, I remember, that Janelle's kids were the favorites and that they had the most power, whatever that means. That's actually Tony that said that. And they were the most affected by Cody's weird parental behavior because essentially there was more to lose there. Christine's kids were less affected because they never probably had a great relationship with him. And that's sad. Garrison says in the teaser that since he last talked to his dad, he bought a house, a car, and got into school, and all these things happened without him knowing or saying good job, what have you. But Cody claims to be blocked by them, and Mykelti also said that some siblings have blocked him. So ding ding ding, we probably know who the blockers are. It's exactly who we thought, Gabriel and Garrison, allegedly. In this case, though, is it fair to blame Cody? Because he can reach out, but, you know, they're not answering, they're blocked. So, anyways, just a thought there. Next teaser, it's Avalon's birthday. Mykelti brought Avalon over for a party, and Cody just gushes about how he loves that Mykelti is warm to them still. Cody says that he thinks it has to do with Tony. He says that Tony loves Robin, and Robin says that she and Tony get each other and that she really likes him. Did not know that, honestly. And we learned that Mykelti wasn't treated very well by her older siblings growing up, and Robin wanted to help, so she took Mykelti in and tried to really be a mom for her. So, I mean, that's nice. I have to give that to Robin, and so it all makes sense. Robin stuck up for Mykelti when no one probably really was, and so it makes sense to me that Mykelti would now stick up for her in return. This is kind of obvious in the on her Patreon, to me anyway. Teaser 3. Christine is with some girlfriends having wine and celebrating her ex-anniversary. So I guess Here are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 11. The episode is actually called Airing the Dirty Laundry. The teaser starts with footage from Mary and Cody's wedding. Remember when he sang for her at the wedding? And Mary is saying that they intended on marrying forever. I mean, just like everyone who gets married does, I guess. And that it was an eternal covenant. And also, let's not forget that Mary's mom was always a huge fan of Cody. In an episode where Cody brought all his mothers-in-law shopping, Mary's mom gushed about him on camera probably the most. Mary says, "Why would I want to just stick around with someone who really changed his mind about me?" And that Cody is basically saying to her directly, finally, not only in confessionals, that he is done with their marriage, essentially. Mary still very much wants to keep a relationship with Cody and Robin's kids if they let her, she says. I'm guessing Robin's friendship, though, with Mary may take a nosedive after she moves on because Cody will probably think she's a bad influence, just like he thinks Christine is, you know? So I don't know if I have a lot of hope for Robin and Mary's friendship. And so Mary said that she wanted to acknowledge all of this in public because they are public people. And Cody basically didn't want her to tell her truth. He said, "Oh, gee, you know, I'm getting so much criticism already. Let's just keep it between us." Okay, so Mary was supposed to keep the fact that she's single a secret so that Cody doesn't get more hate. I mean, Cody's already is like capped out on hate. I don't think this would even make a dent. So yeah, that's real fair over there. And Mary is firm in wanting to tell her story. And it is her story too. I completely agree. And she should be speaking out. Like, how is she supposed to hide this anyway? We all know. Like, we know. Next, Mykelti shows Christine her sonogram, and the fact that she's expecting twins, it's a big surprise, and it's supposed to be shocking, but Mykelti's twin boys are almost one, I think, so for Robin this season. And there are a lot of looks throughout the years that Janelle she just can't hide it. I mean, It is what it is. And of course, Janelle threw shade at Robin at the tell-all this season, saying she's so tired of quote-unquote Counselor Robin. Oh, your pain, your pain. So yeah, it just feels like Janelle's even more angry at Robin for everything now. So it is what it is. The feud lives on. I don't think we should ever expect these two to be like friends or anything like that. And I hope you enjoyed my Sister Wives, Janelle and Robin in-depth report on their ongoing frenemy feud. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the whole way through. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives content. Bye guys! This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 12. In this episode, Christine throws a party, Janelle and Cody get awkward in her new apartment, and Mary turns her life into a tree metaphor. Oh, and Janelle uses the term poop in a group, and no one knows what that means, like at all. I've looked it up. I mean, what does that mean? First, Christine is having a 50s birthday party for her 50th birthday. There's a food truck. So many kids showed up to celebrate. We see Aspen, Peyton, Garrison, Gabriel, Savannah, Mykelti, Isabel. Truly, Christine loves being single and admits to dating, but for quote-unquote fun. Janelle supports Christine dating. She knows that Christine has been looking for a good partner for so long, and Cody just wasn't fulfilling that at all. I mean, at all. No, now hold the phone, because we learned that Mykelti told Robin and Cody first about the fact that she was pregnant with twins because she needed help, apparently, whatever that means. I think we all collectively cringed inside at the screen when she said that. Telling Robin before your mom, Mykelti, water anymore, so it's not even actually a pond anymore. So it is what it is. They're having fun over there. It's like a little filler clip there. And Christine is frustrated because Cody's stringing people along. Janelle says, I still have affection for Cody, but I need to grow. But Christine really thinks that he's stringing Mary along, he's stringed her along, and now he's stringing Janelle along. Mary says that it's easier for her to be at the B&B, and she's stressed out about everything. She just doesn't want it to look like she's leaving for some reason. So Mary says that she cares so much and wants it to work out with Cody, and this is something that he has committed to as well. And Cody said, you know, he has not talked to Janelle in 6 weeks, and he's wanting to get back together with Janelle. So I'm not really understanding why, if you wanted to get back together with someone, you wouldn't talk to them for 6 weeks. So why would you do that? Make it make sense. Why has he not talked to Janelle in 6 weeks? Janelle says that, you know, she feels fine with her decision. They have a covenant, though, that their marriage is beyond death even. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but she doesn't want to be married anymore. Christine doesn't think that Janelle's done yet with Cody. They talk about how Cody's not the same person anymore, how he used to be more courageous. Janelle says he used to be bold, dynamic, and now he's advocating for patriarchy. Like, what the heck is happening? Mary says, this is not the happy-go-lucky Cody Brown that I used to know. He's just not who I married. And I think that happens to a lot of couples. The guy completely changes, you know, it's a whole thing. And Cody says, you know what, we've all changed, not just him. Yeah, but I mean, even his eye color changed. I agree, though, that this is not the Cody Brown from season 1. Who is this person, even? We don't know. Mary says she's not buying that he's so sad about the family going downhill, because then why is he not doing something about it then? Robin says Cody's gonna do what Cody's gonna do. I mean, why is he not to ask him about symptoms, but forgot that it was his birthday? All in all, don't understand why Cody isn't more attentive to his relationships with his older children. I mean, they're amazing. It was hard to see them not understand each other at all. Another son that Cody is kind of feuding with is Garrison, Janelle's other son, who also had a lot to say about the rules. Garrison argued that he also wanted to have a social life, during the pandemic, and Cody insisted that he should move out. But Janelle wanted him to stay home so he could save for a house, which is totally understandable. Any mom would do that. Garrison actually did buy a house in Arizona. He's a homeowner of a 4-bedroom and 2-bathroom home, so I guess Janelle kind of won in this case. Cody said at the reunion that he is still angry at the boys. He said, "We need therapy. I've gotten to the point where I'm so angry about what happened that we're not communicating, and I think they are too." Yeah, maybe a little bit of therapy would be helpful. I just, honestly, can't we all get along? I mean, some of these feuds are so historical to the family, they're long-standing, but kind of interesting to talk about. So I appreciate you guys watching the whole way through, and if you like this video, give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives content. Bye, guys! Today, we're diving into the world of Sister Wives and their land, Coyote Pass. There are a million reasons why Coyote Pass is a broken dream for Cody, Mary, Janelle, and Robin. Let's take a closer look at the property itself and the controversies. The Brown family's move to Coyote Pass has been an ongoing storyline on the show. The property is a stunning 20-acre piece of land with breathtaking views of the mountains and valleys, a place where the wives famously said they heard angels sing. Well, the angels are probably not singing anymore. Here are the many reasons why perhaps the Coyote Pass dream and the fantasy of it all is officially over. Janelle, the Coyote Pass certified #1 fan, seems to have thrown that Christine and Cody had an argument, and Christine says that Cody said that they weren't going to be intimate anymore. And it was really the kiss of death to their marriage. Christine started packing up his stuff immediately, etc. So Cody wanted Janelle to buy Christine's house, but Janelle wanted to do her own thing. She wanted her own house, and Janelle ended up living in an RV on Coyote Pass to try to push things forward on the property. She also lived in an apartment for some time, and seems like some of her pushing for Coyote Pass may have worked, because according to reports, 2 plots of land now have been paid for. So the door may be open for Janelle to build a home there, but I mean, does she still want to do that now that she's separated from Cody? I don't know what's gonna happen, but as of now, Janelle lives somewhere in Flagstaff that has a good patio. She said, "The place I'm living now has a great patio. I've always wanted a great patio where it wasn't so blazing hot, Vegas, so you could sit outside. So I splurged on some patio furniture this year, and I'm loving my coffee on the patio. This is a cool, peaceful Sunday morning." So who knows if Janelle will end up building on Coyote Pass or not at this point, but, we want her to be happy where she is. Christine then ended up in a townhouse in Utah, her first place as a single woman, and recently bought a brand spanking new house with her fiance David. This is a whirlwind romance. I'm not sure they've known each other a year yet. Not sure about that. She and David got this house for $770,000 in March 2023, according to reports. And we know that she's looking to build a lot of fun stuff in the backyard for the grandkids. That's the idea. She wants a large counter when she can have a cool drink setup for entertaining, plus a hot tub, shed, fire pit, a garden. She also wants a playground for the grandkids with a sunken trampoline and a spot for RVs. Who knows, maybe so that Janelle can park hers there. Who knows? They are also building a bigger deck in the back, and overall everyone's extreme and who I am becoming. Okay, I actually do like this one. You know, it's deep. I think it's good. Number 2, your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. Oh, okay. I mean, that's from Maya Angelou. I like the first one better. And number 3, you have been assigned this mountain so you can show others that it can be moved. Ugh, I get it, but I think, you know, I don't really want to move a mountain, you know? Like, too exhausted. So the first one wins for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Mary seems to be like literally this motivational speaker, Mel Robbins, and she likes Mel Robbins. She mentions her, so feel free to look this person up on Instagram. Also wondering where Mary will go. Will she stay in Flagstaff? Leo is in Denver, and you know, yeah, her B&B is in Utah. I don't think there's anything holding her to Flagstaff anymore, really. I mean, she could easily move. It'll be interesting to see where everyone goes from here. She also continues to do Fridays with Friends with her BFF Jen, and last time they did it, they didn't really disclose where they were, so that was interesting. Also, I don't know why, but apparently there were fans or an article or something saying that Jen and Mary were maybe like together or something. So she felt like she had to clarify to people that she is straight. I'm kind of annoyed for her, like, can't she have a friend without people thinking it's something else? I mean, come on. People will just say anything. That is ridiculous. Like, come on, people. Come on. Alright guys, and we're still waiting for more details about season 18, but word on the street is that Christine's engagement will be in there, and I don't know, like, maybe there'll be a wedding special. I don't think it's out of the question. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts on all this, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will catch you guys next time with more Sister Wives news, updates, and tea. Bye guys! Major Sister Wives and number 8. And something I did not know is that prior to Robin, on and off they would talk about maybe having another wife. A couple of women actually wanted to join the family. One of them wanted Cody alone, so that wasn't going to work for them. And one of the others, it was going fine, but abruptly ended for unknown reasons, like I don't know. So a little bit of history there. I guess they were more open to having a new wife than I thought initially. I thought they just kind of stumbled upon Robin or something. I'll leave a link to the full interview in my description, but overall this was such a good interview and juicy scoop, I thought. Let me know if you guys listened to it and what your thoughts are. Maybe, you know, if there's a point that you thought was extra interesting, let me know, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives content. Bye guys! This is a Sister Wives update for December 2023. We're diving into what Mary, Janelle, Cody, Robin, and Christine are up to this month, and there's a lot of drama and news to talk about. And stay tuned until the end of this video to find out what the family will be doing for Christmas this year. Let's start with Christine. So love is in the air, and Christine is getting her own spin-off, a wedding special. This month, TLC announced that the 2-part special set to air in January will be dedicated to Christine and David's nuptials, which took place on October 7th in Moab, Utah. So we'll get to see Christine finally get her dream wedding, a nice wedding dress, you know, the whole hoopla, and of course Peyton and her dad walked her down the aisle. So part 1 of the special will air on January 7th, followed by part 2 on January 14th, so pretty early on in 2024. And Christine is just taking the world by storm. She was named one of reality TV's top 40 most powerful women by Variety magazine. And none of the other wives were chosen, obviously, and she attended a special dinner and event with other amazing women in reality TV like a lot of the Real Housewives, and Heather McDonald. I love that podcast, and I also love Sister Wives. And I'll just say, Heather's a better interviewer than Suki by a mile, by a long shot, not even comparable. And you know how on the show, the wives never ever open up about intimacy, let's say. Well, Christine went there and revealed more than I ever anticipated she would about what was going on between her and Cody in the bedroom. Yes, it's crazy. Love this interview, and here are my top 8 revelations from Christine's interview with Juicy Scoop. Number 1. Christine says that her mom didn't want her to be in plural marriage, but she actually only found that out after she left Cody. Her mom, as some of you know, had left polygamy when Christine was 19, but she always seemed supportive of Christine's relationship, her being wife number 3 to Cody, until Christine left. And then her mom was like, well, actually, I was heartbroken when you married Cody and didn't think that you would thrive in it at all, basically. So she was against it, but Christine did not know this until recently. Number 2, Christine says that she and David had a conversation that morning of the interview about the fact that it's weird how Cody can't admit that he used to love Christine for some reason, but clearly he did. Instead of saying, I was a bad husband, and taking some ownership, he's fixated at saying, I never loved her anyway. Christine says that she feels like he did love her, so it's just kind of weird. And fans agree. Number 3, Robin kept referring to couples in the family, as in she told Christine, you and Cody are a couple, and Cody and I are a couple. And Christine apparently told her at the time, no, we're not couples. We're actually a family. It's like a different dynamic. So I guess Robin saw things differently from the jump. Christine saw her role as basically trying to make everyone happy in the family and not as a couple per se. Actually, she said that her role as her wife for her was secondary. It was about the big picture moments for July 2023. Hope you guys follow my channel, and also don't forget to like this video and comment below. Thank you guys. Bye! Hi guys, I have some breaking Sister Wives Coyote Pass news. It looks like somehow, some way, 2 plots on the land on Coyote Pass were actually paid off recently. Hell has officially frozen over. The Sun was the first to report this, and now it's everywhere. In an article by InTouch, it said, in addition to the plot of land in Cody and Janelle's names that was paid, another plot in wife Robin Brown's name was purchased for $170,000 was also paid. So, because of course he also paid for Robin's, right? Cody and the wives had originally bought the entire Coyote Pass land for like $820,000 in 2018 when they super hastily moved to Flagstaff from Las Vegas. And ultimately, they divided the land in 5 sections after many painful to watch discussions about where each wife would build, and mostly about if Mary wanted to be in the trees or not in the trees, and even about if Mary could be next to the dirty pond. They literally talked about it all and argued for 3 seasons. And who can forget that time Cody had secretly made some draft or plan to have everyone live in one big house, and he tried to like pitch it to the family during Christmas. It did not go well. It almost ruined Christmas, and Christine was the one who stopped that from happening entirely. On the show, they made it clear that they could not build until the land was paid off. This was a big barrier for them. And Janelle had insinuated last season that, you know, because she does the taxes and the accounting, she saw that money was going to other places. By end of last season, I swear, I felt like no one cared about Coyote Pass anymore, and that the possibility that any one of them would ever build there was like super slim to none. They were all jumping ship, and who wants to live next to there? There were mixed reactions in the room, if you remember. Some people hugged Robin, actually. Christine did. She loves kids, so it makes sense. But Janelle was in the background, just kind of like looking around awkwardly. She absolutely did not run up or even show emotion in that moment, which was very telling of their relationship. Robin was actually very hurt by this. Very weird to watch a pregnancy announcement where people seem like not stereotypically like happy, like, yay, a baby. It was not like that. Next, let's move on to My Sister Wives Closet and that debacle, because that's fun. This was like circa 2015. And yes, at one point, the family was actually trying to make Robin's vision a reality. And Robin kept accusing everyone of not trying hard enough. So Janelle, I think, always thought it was stupid. She basically had said that she didn't think the business would support more than a few people, so that she didn't know why she was giving her time, and that she probably should just focus on real estate instead. Robin was so offended that the wives were considering My Sister Wives Closet a hobby. Then, when they did this cringe presentation in front of investors, Janelle was completely embarrassed by the whole thing and how unprepared they were. And she basically said, like, we looked stupid. Janelle is clearly not a fan of My Sister Wives Closet. Neither was Christine, but it definitely kind of didn't help the relationship with Robin. When Mary and Cody announced that they were getting divorced so that Cody and Robin could get married, Janelle's reaction was not positive at the time either. It was kind of like when Robin announced she was pregnant, to the point where Cody met up with her afterwards to talk about it. And she said, you know, she was worried about a change in dynamic and that she's probably irrational, but that she was just worried about it. She did not buy into what they were selling. And a lot of fans say, you know, she kind of predicted what was going to happen because there was kind of a change in dynamic. In the earlier seasons, because Mary was wife number one, the only one with the legal marriage, I feel like, well, for all the weird questions. Christine says that her gut reaction is that she doesn't want to invite Mary to her wedding, but Leon, she says, is going. Cody's family, she says, some of them will be coming, which I found strange a little. I think she said that Cody's mom is going. Mary says that she hopes to marry again someone who cherishes her this time. And Janelle ends the whole thing by saying that she probably won't reconcile with Cody. She can't see it. She still has high regard for him, but she doesn't really want to reconcile. And now we get into the final random question of the tell-all, who their celebrity crushes are. So here we go. Janelle's celebrity crush is Gerard Butler. Mary's celebrity crush is Matthew McConaughey. Cody says his celebrity crush is Sophia Loren since he was 6 years old. And Robin's celebrity crush revealed by Cody is Ryan Reynolds. He says, that's why I have six-pack abs to keep up with the competition. I don't know if he can keep up with Ryan Reynolds. I'm just going to put that out there. Sorry, Cody. It's not really a competition there. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're still listening, you're amazing for listening to all my rants about the tell-alls and for the whole season. I can't believe this is the tell-all finale, but there's more coming up. There's like these specials where I know like Robin like storms off and cries or whatever, and then there's the wedding special. So I'll be back with more recaps for that. But thank you so much for listening the whole way through, and I'll be back with more content. Bye, guys. Here are the teasers for Sister Wives Season 18, The Tell-All Part 4, the final part of the tell-all. We made it, guys. We made it. In the first teaser, Cody goes in on Christine when Suki reveals that she said that she didn't think Robin really wanted to live plural marriage. Obviously, this was going to trigger Cody like nothing else. He cannot stand when the wives say anything about Robin. So, well played, Suki. Well played. She clearly was going to unearth the crazy Cody moment. Followed by more epic training. Yep. It looks like on day 2 there was some working out happening and inspiration. She said, after a good workout, we did a little more sightseeing and shopping. This place is amazing, y'all. P.S. If anyone knows where I can get my hands on a cute Paddington figurine like this one, only quite a bit smaller, please let me know. I'm obsessed. Okay, so it is the Paddington bear obsession. That's so interesting. Mary talked about how excited she was for her trip on Fridays with Friends with Jen, and it seems like a good time for her to get away, and it looks like these retreats really make Mary feel good and stay positive, so I'm all for it. Might also mean that she's done filming for a while, perhaps, or done for the season. I don't know, but Danelle Delgado, by the way, I've seen Mary talk about her before, and she is well known for training entrepreneurs, and she's also like a motivational speaker, I believe. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed my Mary update about her trip to the UK. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye! On Sister Wives, the Brown family has had a crazy amount of drama, but nothing compares to the drama in the feuds in the family. In this video, I'll be taking an in-depth look at 4 major feuds on Sister Wives. They are Mary versus Janelle, Peyton versus two of his sisters, Cody versus Gabriel and Garrison, and of course, we have a Christine versus Robin situation. But before I dive in, please subscribe and like this video, like right now. Let's start with Mary and Janelle. Janelle and Mary's feud dates back to like the 90s. Janelle was married to Mary's brother, Adam, and when their marriage ended, sparks began to fly, and Cody and Janelle started courting. So immediately, Janelle said that when she met Cody, she had the strangest feeling and felt as if she had forgotten something and suddenly remembered it. Kind of like how people describe, soulmate situations. It's been said more, and most importantly, my wedding dress. Please reach out and DM me your info if you're in Utah, local designer, artist, or owner, and can help me with my wedding. So excited to plan this blessed day with David by my side. Anyways, so at this rate, I literally would not be shocked if the wedding is like next month or next week. Anyways, it's coming. I just hope Christine finds a wedding dress she likes this time, and that her wedding isn't sad like she described it with Cody. She deserves the best wedding ever. Such a whirlwind, guys. Seems like she's planning already. This wedding is imminent, and I'm sure will be filmed. I mean, they have to film it. And that begs the question, who's going to attend? Who's going to be there? I mean, my money is not on Cody and Robin. Mary, I don't know. I don't think so. But probably the older kids and Janelle for sure. And although we don't know how Cody and Robin took the news, people are reacting to this engagement. Janelle said, "Yay!" and McKelty clearly seemed supportive. Gwendolyn posted something about twinsies because now they're both engaged at the same time. Seems like fans are mostly happy for Christine, but there are some that think maybe things are moving quickly. On Reddit, someone had said, "And for God's sakes, don't let Cody officiate." Can you imagine how cringeously delicious that would be though? And for sure, don't let Cody dance at her wedding. I mean, I like the Brown family dancing though, it's entertaining, but I really doubt Cody's gonna be there. That would be almost inappropriate, right? Everyone would be thinking knife in the kidneys. Anyways, someone else said, "Oh, I hope so. I hope they filmed him propose, film the wedding planning, film the wedding, and hopefully they get at least an 11-day honeymoon in a better location than San Diego." So this actually made me laugh because remember the hoopla with Robin and Cody needing this 10-day honeymoon while she was pregnant? It was like a whole thing. So yeah, like time for Christine's 10-day honeymoon somewhere cool. Christine is very much in the seize the moment type of mindset. And now let's go to Janelle, who seems rather focused on her kids at this time. Some people think that Janelle and Christine are on the outs, but that's probably false, I think. Janelle actually flew to see Christine this month and the kids recently. She had said that her flight had been canceled because of wind, so she had to go through Phoenix instead. This is proof that she was at Avalon, Mykelti's daughter's birthday party. She's holding the twins and being a grandma, so she's been around. It's just that Christine is so consumed with her relationship that there's probably like less space for Janelle right now, you know? There was another Brown birthday this month, and that was Garrison's. He turned 25, and Janelle and Savannah crashed his birthday party. Literally, under this picture, she said, "Savannah and I crashed the brothers and cousins' birthday party for Garrison. He turned 25 on Monday, and all he wanted was to have the guys come and hang out for the weekend. It's so great when brothers and cousins are your best friends." I mean, that is cute. Looks like Logan and Hunter even came down from Vegas for the occasion, and even Peyton was there. He has expressed that he's the closest with Garrison, and they were together a lot growing up. I think they're very close in age. And apparently growing up, Peyton would always ask to go to Janelle's house where all the boys were, because Peyton only had sisters. Janelle is also still working on her fitness and tried out Pilates, and she posted herself in what she said was a scary position. She's trying to get more flexible, you know. I'm wondering what Janelle is going to do. Will she stay in Flagstaff? Is she still even considering Coyote Pass to get a house on it? What is happening with that? As for Mary, well, basically, she's becoming, or to me, I mean, she's trying to become like an inspirational social media person. You know the type. I mean, I don't know if that's what she's really trying to do, but she's been sharing a huge amount of quotes and inspirational content on TikTok too now. So I thought maybe we could play a game called Rate Mary's Quotes. So here's one. "Who I was does not dictate who I am." He could be her nephew. We don't know. It could be the man's baby. But obviously this sent Sister Wives fans to crazy town trying to figure out if Isabel is dating someone with a child. Like, we need more details just so, you know, because we're driving ourselves crazy, I guess. So now let's go to Truly. So Truly is also on the European vacation. She's living with Christine and David in their new house. And anyways, they're fixing the yard. They're constantly fixing it up, and it's going to look really good, their backyard and all that. So yeah, we'll probably learn more about what the custody situation is between Cody and Christine for custody of Truly. I don't know. I just can't imagine it's going that well for some reason. And I don't know how many times Truly has gotten to see her dad recently. Now let's go to Mary's child, Leon. There are a few things to update for Leon. So for those who are unaware, Leon is now transgender and uses the pronouns they, them. Unclear how often Mary sees Leon, but they did see each other at Gwendolyn's wedding. I believe Leon and their fiancée Audrey live in Colorado at the moment, and Leon is 28 years old. There's just so much going on with the Brown kids, but overall, they're a great group, and they really have grown into amazing people. I hope you enjoyed this update about what the Sister Wives kids are up to now in August 2023. Definitely drop a comment and let me know what you think of all this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Sister Wives content. Bye, guys! It is August, and promotion for season 18 of Sister Wives is in full swing, people. TLC released the new pictures for the new season, another insane teaser, a press release, and the description for the first episode, so for season 18, episode 1. There's a lot to get through here. So let's start with the pictures. The group picture is weird to me because Cody and Robin are at the top, almost kind of looking down at the other wives, and a lot of people in the comments asking Cody a simple question, like if he even still wants plural marriage, because she can't tell. And we can't tell, right? And so this must have been just before they separated. And Cody, I guess, will be continuing to just go in on Mary in his confessionals. He says that Christine's gone, things are bad with Janelle, and he doesn't know what to do with Mary. Like, poor Mary. And the sad thing is, at this point in the saga, Mary was still holding out hope. She tells him that. And Cody is just like, I don't even know why she lives in Flagstaff anymore. Like, what a douche. I totally get now why Mary is into the empowerment retreats and the quotes. I mean, she needs it. All the empowerment after dealing with someone totally disrespecting her. I don't know why he's so savage towards Mary in his confessionals. Like, is that necessary? Janelle's just like out. She opens up to Christine in the teaser that she doesn't want to be married anymore either. And Christine's reaction is like, what? Like, remember how for a long time Janelle was like, this is Christine's journey. Cody and I are good. We're good. We have a good partnership. So yeah, it did seem like that was like a 180. I don't know. Maybe she watched footage from the previous season or something. And Janelle doesn't bat an eyelash when Garrison in the trailer or the teaser says, you know what, Robin? Have him. We're all grown and don't need a father figure anymore. So the kids have clearly joined like the anti-Cody and Robin movement. I mean, that's sad. And also, they do still need their dad as much as they say this. I mean, yes, they're grown, but I mean, I hope this is something that they can mend in the long run somehow. Like, I don't know how, but yeah, I'd like to see it. Mary, I guess, during the season, I mean, maybe someone told her what Cody was saying in the confessionals, but she ultimately, I guess, tells Robin and Cody that she won't be coming around as much, and that it's not what she wanted. So kind of like her hand was really forced. And Robin now has a full meltdown on Cave. Garrison says that the text thread was the point where they stopped caring, and Gwen is like, if we had a face-to-face with Robin, she would probably manipulate us and cry. Okay, so it's getting savage. There's a lot of like, I think they might be showing them these scenes in confessionals and they're just like fighting back. And on that note, it's Avalon, Mykelti's daughter's birthday. They just shoved that scene in there and her party is at Robin's house. Cody just loves how Mykelti is warm to them. Apparently Tony loves Robin. They're connected and they get each other. And I had no idea about this. And Robin says he's a good kid. And they start talking about how Robin saved Mykelti from her siblings being mean to her or something like that. But again, we've heard this before. This is not a new fact. Christine's Flagstaff friends now are celebrating her anniversary with Cody. It would have been married since 1994, so I mean almost roughly 30 years. These are moms that she had met through Isabel, and Christine says you have to find a new identity when you're divorced, and it's super important to find good people. Cody calls in the middle of the conversation, which is super weird because it's their anniversary and he obviously knows that. And she goes on for a little bit about how, you know, she's a big fan of divorce. She says, like, basically, if you think you need to divorce, do it, you know. She highly recommends it. And I think Christine feels liberated. It's almost like she was in a prison and now she's free. Like, it just, for her, definitely was a good experience to divorce. The nosiest friend at this dinner asked Janelle how she is hearing what Christine is saying. And Janelle says that it does not bother her. She doesn't care and she doesn't feel much loyalty to Cody right now. Janelle tells them that things are pretty okay with Cody. She just met them, and she's just not the type to like spill the beans, so she's definitely holding back. And Christine says that her tipping point was that he wasn't being a good dad to her kids. Cody says in a scene that Christine basically forced herself in his life, and he does say so. My next recap, I'll be back on Sunday with that. All right, guys, bye. This is my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 18 Tell-All Part 3. And the episode starts pretty abruptly, and we're still talking about the season finale, particularly the scene where Mary tells Cody to kick rocks for good after years of Cody telling America in his confessionals that he doesn't want to be with her. Christine questions why Robin is even there on Coyote Pass with them as they're having this important conversation about their marriage, and everyone agrees about how everything that went down was humiliating for Mary. Mary says that although the hints were all there, she didn't want to infer that her marriage was over. She wanted to be told directly. Talk about next level denial right there. She says basically, despite the million red flags over 10 years, because of her commitment, she was not going to assume anything. And Cody says that he made an agreement with Robin, and Robin only, that if they're not in love, that they won't drag it out. And he didn't make this agreement with the other wives, and apparently they were actually mad when they found out about this agreement. Mary is like, where was this agreement for me? Cody says he didn't go deep with Mary because he was scared of her reaction. Come on, like, that is not a good excuse at all. Very typical guy excuse right there. And here I almost fell asleep with Mary going on about how her commitment and her values were important to her. 10 years is a long time for holding on, that is all. Cody is adamant about how the covenant doesn't mean anything if it involves the dissolution of his soul. This on top of the fact that he said it's not safe for him to be with Mary. So a lot of weird cryptic things about Mary destroying his soul, apparently. He refuses to trash talk her, he says. And this is laughable. He thinks now he's not going to trash talk her. Someone roll the tape now, because he's going to sit here and act like he's above trash talking her when that's all he's done. In episode 5 of Sister Wives, we're getting dark here. It's gloomy. There's a lot of controversy here, a lot to talk about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be back with more recaps and reactions. Bye, guys! There is so much going on this month in the world of Sister Wives that I have no choice but to make multiple update videos about what Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin are up to in September 2023. Here is my part 1. And stay tuned until the end of this video to get all the tea about that text exchange that caused a huge rift in the family at the end of the video. Let's start with the fact that Starcasm is claiming that Christine's wedding to David is imminent. They say that Christine told fans on Instagram that her wedding is about 6 weeks away, and that would bring us to roughly mid-October or so. So Christine also said, according to them, that she is looking to change her last name from Brown to Woolley, which is a big deal and a sign that Christine just wants to completely leave her past behind her forever. Because it would mean that she would have a different last name from her kids. Fans have been speculating about when her wedding was going to be for a while. Some people were even saying that she's already married. It looks like it's going to be an October wedding just before the holidays. I'm curious to see who will make the guest list and if it's going to be filmed. Christine also revealed this month that she met David on a dating app for single parents called The Stir, so I guess dating apps do work sometimes, and that she actually watches Sister Wives on cable with David, which must be awkward. Meanwhile, Mary and Janelle are both traveling at the moment, or they have been traveling, probably to avoid watching the show, maybe. Travel is always a good distraction. Mary was in New York recently and watched this clip where she's with her friend Melanie in New York, and Melanie accidentally reveals their exact location over live, and Mary says something like, "Do you know who I am?" I just think it's funny that she acknowledges, it's like, hey, I'm a celebrity. This was from one of her Fridays with Friends.
To a Broadway show. We're going to go see
51st and 8th is what we're on. No, 49th and 8th. That's better. That makes more sense. We're on this road.
Do you know who I am? You never live tell where I am.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No,
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know. I didn't know. I thought she was like serious.
I need to train her.
Mary posted this about her trip to New York and also reminds everyone, as usual, to worthy up. She said, "I spent some time at the Museum of Ice Cream in New York City this week. Such a fun and interactive place. Oh, and lots of ice cream. One of the activities was this wall where you can create and write messages. Let me share with you my message to the world. Worthy up, reminding you that because you exist, you are worthy." Yeah, this is like a new thing. Mary's like a motivational speaker now. And Janelle has been in Mexico. Actually, I think she's literally there now if you're watching it the day I post this. And in her stories, she's been posting what she's been up to. She's been at the beach. She watched a mariachi band. She's living the good life over there in Mexico. I don't know who she's with or if this is like a solo trip. I'm assuming this has to do with Plexus, a brand that she sells for, but honestly, good for Janelle. She probably wanted to take a break after that crazy episode aired of the big fight between her and Cody in her living room, and word on the street is that she had asked her kids not to comment on it. I mean, that's kind of what Mykelti alluded to, and she probably asked them not to watch it, honestly. Like, I wouldn't blame her. It's kind of awkward. Speaking of watching the show, I have a confession to make, guys. I joined Mykelti's Patreon. I'm her patron, pretty much specifically because I'd heard that she'd spilled some tea about that toxic text thread that caused a major rift in the family. So I had to investigate for all of us and also to support Mykelti. So I watched her live stream. Bam, direct shade right at Cody. Now it gets even darker, believe it or not, with Cody literally saying something he probably should have told his therapist, not national television, but he wonders what happened to him when he feels relief when a woman is leaving him. He says he just wants to be a DICK for a little bit, and he has this big urge to be mean, and he's fighting it. He doesn't like who he is anymore, and says, I should just be the devil she thinks I am now. He says that he's thought about running away, changing his name, and starting over, but he says that his two younger kids love him back, and that's what's stopping him. The fact that he says only those two younger ones loving him back are stopping him is scary, honestly, because he has so many other family members. Like, what about them? Mary says, I think he regrets marrying me and Christine, not sure about Janelle. I mean, that is such a sad thing to say. I wonder if he told her that or something. Like, why would she just blurt that out, you know? Maybe, I guess it's her opinion. Christine and Janelle have their kids together in a vacation rental. There's like this moment where they're throwing snow at each other. Gabriel says, we have a whole relationship with Christine and her kids. Gabe feels like Cody and Robin didn't make enough of an effort. He feels neglected. And Robin flips it and says, while crying, Janelle's boys did not want to be around us. And that's heartbreaking. If I thought they were open to it, I would have pushed. Why not push anyway? Because that's just the right thing to do. Mykelti, Truly, and Isabel actually ended up going over to Cody and Robin's, and Mykelti apparently has made it clear that she's neutral, she's the bridge. So she probably brought her siblings over for a visit. I think they actually ended up sleeping over, but at least they did get some time with Cody. I don't know about Savannah. Like, where's Savannah? She was a minor and she didn't get her time with Cody. So that was weird. But anyways, that is my recap for season 18. Yeah, because things got toxic after he was like saying stuff on lives and in interviews and stuff, or if he felt he went too far. I don't know. I mean, he did kind of insinuate that he thinks his mom is moving too fast and all these things and etc. So Christine also said that her and David got some engagement pictures done at a beautiful location. Can't wait to see the pics. Now let's talk about the headlines about Christine, and let me know what you guys think is true out of all of these. So this one is from The Sun. It says, "Is Christine okay? Sister Wives Christine Brown looks somber as she cooks solo meal after she has been seen crying and ditching engagement ring." The article says that basically Christine was spotted without her engagement ring and wiping her face. Literally, it could have been an eyelash, but honestly, Christine is currently vacationing with David, so I don't really think there's trouble in paradise. That's my opinion. Maybe she had just talked to Cody, and that's why she's somber. I mean, could have been anything. Like, honestly, one cannot be chipper at all times. Sometimes things will happen. Sometimes you'll cry. And I don't think everyone likes to wear their rings, like, all the time, especially when they're, like, really expensive. Anyways, another article from OK Magazine said, "Sister Wives star Christine Brown celebrates daughter's birthday without fiancé David Woolley following split rumors." Okay, so split rumors? Did I miss a Reddit post or something? Christine doesn't always do everything with David. Like, historically, she's with her kids without him a lot. I mean, is there some type of rule that fiancés need to be tied to the hip at all times? I just personally don't think there's enough here to say there are split rumors. But anyways, they're literally in Nashville, like, taking selfies right now. So I think everything's okay. I mean, you never know. I mean, this could be right. I don't know. Anyways, this one's from Cafe Mom. It says, "Sister Wives star Cody Brown, angry ex Christine moved their daughter in with strange man." So apparently an insider said that Cody is mad that Christine